please get all the parents and family members to the field for senior night? All right, tonight is Kellogg Senior Night, and we're going to go ahead and start with our first senior tonight is Mr. Dayton Bauer. He's accompanied on the field with his mother Heather, his father Tim, his weird stepdad Kyle and stepmom Nicole, grandma, papa, brother, and sisters. He plays running back and linebacker for the Wildcats. He's been playing for 8 years. His future plans are to go to the Forest Service after high school and then probably whatever he wants. He wants to thank the great coaches and teammates and my family for supporting me, Mr. Dayton Bauer. Our next senior tonight is Mr. Jude Erlinson. He's accompanied on the field by his mom, Tana, his dad, Spencer, sisters Rose, Lena, and Kendra, his brother Cassidy, niece Piper, and his girlfriend Janiyah. He plays quarterback for the Wildcats. He's been playing for 2 years on varsity. His future plans are to work in the environmental field. Again, he wants to thank his great coaches and his amazing parents. Thank you for the support, Mr. Jude Erlinson. Our next senior tonight is Mr. Jace Garcia. He's accompanied onto the field by his mom, Kelly, his dad, Dan, stepdad, Ted Blazak, his girlfriend, Kenzie Reese. He's played slot receiver and outside linebacker for the Wildcats. He's been playing for 9 years in football. His future plans are to play college football somewhere in Florida. He wants to thank his parents for supporting me and being there for me throughout my school years. My friends for motivating me to stay in this sport when I started, and everyone that has crossed paths with who have had a positive impact on my life, including the Hoffman family, Reese family, the Meredith family, and the Luna family, and most especially my coaches. Mr. Jace Garcia. Our next senior tonight is Mr. Gabe Genesek. He's accompanied by his Jamie, his dad, his mom Sherry, his sister Sarah, his brother Michael, and his grandpa Larry. He played center and nose guard for the Wildcats. He's been playing football for 6 years. His future plans are to pursue music after high school. He wants to thank all my friends and family for being with me and encouraging me throughout the years. I wouldn't be here without them. I also want to thank my teachers for putting up with me, especially my music teacher, Mr. Reed. He is one of the reasons I am still playing music to this day. Mr. Gabe Genesek. Our next senior is Mr. James King. He's accompanied on the field by his dad, Rusty, his mom, Corey, his stepdad, Leroy, his stepmom, Teresa, Wes, and siblings, Austin, Brianna, Gavin, and Chevelle. He played defensive line and wide receiver for the Wildcats. He's been playing for 8 years. His plans are to go to NIC to get a welding certificate and become an automotive welder and fabricator. He wishes to thank everyone who came out with me, my coaches, Coach Savidian and Coach Kimberling, Coach Pankey for recruiting me to play football again, and Coach Hudson for giving me my shot as a senior. Mr. James King. Our next senior is Mr. Tanner Lee. He's accompanied on the field by his mom, Jennifer Lee. He played offense, tackle, defense, defensive end, special teams, and long snapper, kickoff, and kickoff return. He's been playing football for 1 whole year in Soren and 4 in high school. His future plans are to go to U of I and get my degree in criminology and minor in math. I also plan to join the Army ROTC program while in college. This will help me become an officer in the Army. I will retire after 25 years and then join in the private sector as a private security, then also retire after 20 years. I want to thank all those who have served in the armed forces. I would also like to thank my teachers, coaches, parents, and siblings for challenging me to go further than I thought I could go. Mr. Tanner Lee. Next on the field are the Luna twins, Mr. Colby Luna and Mr. Ripley Luna. They are gathered on the field with their parents, Rick and Crystal, brothers Gavin and Ripley, their parents Boyd, Barb, Rusty, Judy, and Uncle Richard. Colby played wide receiver and cornerback, and Ripley played quarterback and safety. They've been playing for 10 years and 4 years on varsity. Colby's future plans are going to college and studying business. He also plans on playing football. I am still going through the recruiting process, so where I will be is still undecided. I want to thank all the coaches, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, extended family, friends, and the entire community for all the love and support throughout the years. I couldn't have done it without you all. And Ripley would like to thank his coaches and countless hours put into making me the best player and overall person I can be, along with my family who have never missed a game and have always been my biggest supporters throughout my years in sports. Lastly, I'd like to thank the fans and the city of Kellogg for the constant cheers and support. Mr. Colby and Ripley Luna. Our next senior is Mr. Barrett Meredith. He's accompanied onto his field by his dad, Monty, his mom, Julie, and brother, Braden. He's played linebacker and wide receiver for the Wildcats. He's played 11 years in football. His future plans are to play football and go into business. He wants to thank my family, close friends, and God for putting me in the position I am today. I am very blessed to have the people I do in my life. Mr. Barrett Meredith. Now our senior managers. Our first, Miss Haley Potts. She will be accompanied on the field by her mother, Jody Rose, her father, Ryan Potts, little sister, Kelsey, and grandparents, Tom and Judy Rose. This year will be the second year as a football manager. After high school, I plan to attend a university and throw for their track team. I will be going for my master's degree in occupational therapy. I would like to thank all my coaches for letting me become a manager these past 2 seasons. I learned so much about football, and I got to see behind the scenes of making a great team. I also want to thank the team for making me feel a part of the team these last 2 years. I want to thank Coach Pankey especially for keeping practice upbeat. And I want to thank Mr. Davidian for believing in all of the players. I want to thank Corey for making the bus rides interesting. And I want to thank Kyle because he always makes games and practices fun. I want to thank the biggest thanks to Mr. Kimberling for not only football but for track and believing in me. You have pushed me, and I appreciate everything you have done for me and helped me with. Miss Haley Potts. Our next senior, Miss Greeley Merrick. She's accompanied on the field by her mom, Jamie Wendydahl, her dad, Casey Merrick, her stepmom, Jessica Merrick. She's been in the position of the manager for 1 year. After graduating high school, she plans to go to college. She would like to thank all her family and friends that showed up, Coach Kimberly, Peggy, North, Hudson, and Davidian for letting me be a part of the football family. Miss Greeley Merrick. And our last senior tonight is Miss Tori Rom. She's accompanied on the field by her mom, dad, family friends Sarah Frolick, and Jen Sober. She's one of 3 managers on the football team this year. This is the first year being the football manager. I'm very appreciative of being part of the team. My future plan is to do 4 years of online college through LCSE and then go to Cheney to finish my physical therapy schooling. I want to thank the team, coaches, and the other managers for making this football season the best experience it could be, and that I got the opportunity to be part of a journey with everyone. Miss Tori Rom. Now let's have a big round of applause for all our seniors. Would everybody please rise and remove your hats if you're wearing them for the playing of the national anthem by the Kellogg High School Band under the direction of Mr. Adam Green and student director Miss Izzy Demaray. Tonight's ROTC color guard, Cadet First Sergeant Miller, Cadet Gunnery Sergeant Smith, Cadet Corporal Promus, and Cadet Lance Corporal Johnson. Mr. Earl Alexander, Mr. Van Hegbloom, Henley Roberts, Dwayne Crow, Michael Ahmet, Albert Custis, Jeffrey Custis, Bert McCauley, Don Reed, Ed Badgett. Good evening and welcome to Teeters Field, the football home of Kellogg High School. As member schools of the Idaho High School Activities Association, the Student Advisory Council, and the statewide Sportsmanship Committee, remind you that sportsmanship and the objectives of educational institutions are a top priority. Your cooperation and support of these values and respect our good citizenship are appreciated. Please be an example to those around you. Tonight's game will feature the Bulldogs of Grangeville High School.
Ladies and gentlemen,
your Kellogg Wildcat.
Alongside Selma Miller. We are here at North Idaho's best football venue. It's Teeters Field.
I second that.
It's your Kellogg Wildcats
Number 3,
taking on the visiting
junior,
Grangeville
Cody
Bulldogs in a Central Idaho League clash that
Number
might
7,
have some playoff
a senior.
implications.
I heard it. You know, I heard and I read online that this might be an
Number
important
8,
game for
a
both of these
sophomore.
teams,
Well,
Josh.
if you read it online, that means it must be true.
Yeah, I mean, that's- yeah.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, if it's on Facebook, it's double true.
You know, Wildcats coming
Number
off 2 tough
36,
losses.
a sophomore,
A narrow
Cooper
defeat against the
Pointslider.
beat Frenchtown Bronx, and then
Number 40, a
Ooh,
senior,
kind of a whooping.
Colin Gettner.
a woodshed, old school whooping at the hands
Yeah,
of Bonus Ferry.
hey, you know what? Shout out to Bonner's Ferry, 7-0. And those boys,
Number
with a
66,
truckload
a
of seniors, I
senior,
guess a busload,
Angel Kent.
they really brought it. And I was thinking
Number
last night, I bet you they
69,
give
a
Timberlake
sophomore,
every
Troy
bit they
Bellfield.
can handle.
You know,
Number
I'm going to
79,
run and say I
a
hope they beat
junior,
Timberlake.
Aaron Forsman.
Yeah,
I grew
I
up
do
rooting-
too. I'm rooting for him. I am rooting for him.
The same way people root against us in basketball, I root
Number
against them.
88, a senior,
We're not immune to
Mr.
it. We're not immune
James
to
King.
criticism.
Right.
So, you know, starting tonight for these
Number
Wildcats,
84, a
pretty much
senior,
the same,
James
I guess,
Garcia.
that the usual suspects. Senior, Ripley Luna,
Number 53,
quarterback.
a senior,
Number 4,
Tanner
a
Lee.
senior wide receiver defensive back, David Purpose.
Number
A junior,
51,
number 7,
a
wide receiver,
sophomore,
running back,
Ethan
defensive back,
Spencer.
Ramsey Rainey. Senior number 11, wide receiver and
Number
linebacker,
33,
Eric
a
Merritt.
junior,
Senior
Caden
number
Bauer.
15, a wide receiver, defensive back, Andy Luna.
Number
Senior
22, a
running
senior,
back and
Caden Bauer.
Dayton Bauer. A junior number 33, running
Number
back and
15, a
linebacker,
senior,
Jaden Bauer.
Mr. Colby Luna.
Anchoring the offensive line, sophomore, number 51, Ethan Spencer. A senior, number 53, Tanner Lee. A senior, number 84, Jace Garcia. And a senior, number 88, James King. So that makes up your Wildcat starting lineup. And I'm expecting big things out of Ripley and Colby Luna tonight.
Josh, you say you're expecting big things. I saw Ripley and Colby today at the high school, and I said, I'd like to know what it's like to score some points again. Both Bonner's Ferry Badgers shut us out.
Second time that's happened this year, which with such a potent offense, we're just not used to it. It's uncomfortable territory for us. So I'm going to make a prediction. Grangeville comes into this game with some injuries.
Yeah.
Wildcats come in healthy.
Josh, okay, before your prediction, I didn't mean to cut you off, but so Grangeville, St. Mary's, if we go back a little bit, transitive property here.
Yes.
How did Grangeville do against St. Mary's?
They lost. St. Mary's beat the Lumberjacks. I believe it was like.
And I'm going to guess St. Mary's didn't use the rugby scrum all night. Maybe they did, but if they did and still beat them. So transitive property here.
Wildcats should win this.
Wildcats should it's trending well for the Wildcats. What I'm concerned about is the confidence in the offense after being shut out those 2 times. And not that I think that they're fragile, but I just think anytime you get shut out and all of a sudden you're thinking, we scored 80 one game and now we scored 0, what's the I'd split the difference. I'd take 40, I think. But
I think we are in a position right now. The Wildcats are going to score 38 points tonight.
Okay, prediction time. You that's what you were on before I interrupted you.
I think we're going to go 38-12. I think we're going to see the Wildcats come out fast and furious. I think we're going to see all of those things that we haven't seen the last. Well, we saw them against Frenchtown. I don't want to demean anything that happened against Frenchtown. Frenchtown was a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, it was.
Ripley Luna got his second and third interceptions of the night in really tough situations. The second one came when they were inside 2 minutes driving to try and take the lead when they were down by 2, and the third one came on the final play of the game. That was a heck of a ball game. My guess is the Wildcats going to come out fast and furious. I think we're going to see a lot of the guys do the things.
Oh, good, yeah, window removal.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a topic of discussion, I guess, on the interwebs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Mr. Lawrence Grafford, he chimed in and said, when did they get windows? We never had windows.
Oh, yeah, it led to...
yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a flame war, which, online stuff does
I think it was, that was won by Steve Shepard, though.
Steve just closed it out. Yeah, he just kind of said, hey, guys.
The voice of the Wildcats.
We're all Wildcats here. Let's just.
I like to think that Simon and I might be the new voices of the Wildcats, but Steve Shepard is the voice of the Wildcats. No one's ever done it better. Colby Luna's kickoff gets returned out to the 25-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs here. I look to see the Wildcats be the aggressors early and often on defense.
Yeah, the defense has been consistent, Josh, right? I think the defense, even with Bonners and how Bonners was able to put up that amount of points, I think that the offense kind of put the defense, and I know they're a lot of the same kids, so we're not like pointing fingers here, but I think the defense was put in some pretty rough spots, and they have been in these low-scoring games, and they've come out fairly well, but they're going to have to be their traditional stout selves tonight to give their offense a chance.
And, for I'm in basketball minutes right now. For 24 minutes is a nice little pitch to the outside
nice toss,
here.
Yeah.
For 24 minutes last week, we've got some extracurriculars already. Varick Meredith, and it looks like number 68, that's Angel Kent from the Bulldogs.
We're going to see the end of this, too. We'll get to see those extracurriculars, and there it is right there. A little shove there by Wildcat number 4. There's a little, it's early. We're chippy right now.
There's some sauce there. The Wildcats played really good defense, really good football for the first half last week. Another misdirection there. Running back.
Sniffed that out, didn't they?
Yeah, that's Clay Weckman on the carry there, and that's going to bring up 4th down, so I expect to see a punt here.
That's a pretty heavy set right there. Looks like a tight end and heavy left. And they go misdirection that way too, Josh, thinking maybe they'd catch a Wildcats off guard. They do not.
The Wildcats are adept at defense. They're very good at playing stout defense, especially. Punt is bobbled, but Ramsey Rainio falls on it.
Ramsey, don't need that for the heart, my friend.
Flirting with disaster there. But the Wildcats traditionally have played stout defense. Last week in the game against Bonners Ferry, giving up only 8 points in that first half. And things got kind of sloppy as the Wildcats took risks and fatigue kind of set in. But historically, they've been a very, very good defensive team.
Yeah.
I expect to see more of that tonight. Reed Walcott taking the first snap.
But don't doubt a trick play here. Grangeville's having none of it except Oh, that almost broke. That's good. They're going to have to take a look at that.
When I saw Reed line up under center, I was like, well, this is...
Hey, my question is this, Josh. Does Reed get credited for being the starting quarterback tonight?
I think that's technically...
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Reed Wildcat, starting quarterback for the Wildcats. He tosses it to Ripley Luna.
It was a pickup of 5 on the play.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the game buster they wanted it to be. But
I believe the adage is, and on the little quick toss out to Ramsey Rainio is going to go for about 10.
Oh, I'd like to see, you know what? I'm going to go with the R's. I like to see Ramsey rumble.
Ramsey rumble off Ripley.
Ramsey rumble from the Ripley rip.
The rip. It really is.
It's alliteration. My wife would appreciate that. I know that.
And his name is already an onomatopoeia. So
there we go.
So
it is.
In reality, Ripley ripping already. Wildcats with.
Always good to move the chains, Josh. Always good.
And we didn't see enough of it last week.
Didn't.
Inside handoff to Dayton Bauer here out of the shotgun. Bauer's probably going to pick up 1, maybe 2. Looks like probably a generous 1 there on
it's almost like the coaches are listening to Wildcats live, Josh. We've been talking about, maybe just sprinkle some running game in to keep them honest at the beginning.
Just a little bit.
Then let it fly.
Yeah, you can chuck it all night, but sometimes those inside handoffs open up extra pass plays that you didn't know you wanted or needed. Colby Luna in motion here on the wheel.
Little fake hand.
Oh, goodness. And I think he actually, Ripley's going to do a little dance, and he's got a lot of field in front of him. He is so fast and strong, and he's going to get all the way out to the 13-yard line.
And that's the Ripley Luna Kellogg Wildcats we are accustomed to seeing.
That's a 34-yard run.
Let's
there.
Take a look at this. It takes some blocks. It takes some guys sticking with it, because the original read was not there. Progression, eyes up, and then I'm going to sneak up here, and I'm going to make 3 guys miss, and all of a sudden it's off to the races for Ripley Luna.
And he doesn't get enough credit for his speed. He is arguably, they're going to say that was down at the 6th?
His speed, though, he and Colby worked very hard on that this summer, and
it shows.
It does. Great work by Coach Cheetah on that down at the track. I saw it happening, and I was pretty excited.
There must have been something at the end of that penalty. Ripley drops back to pass, floats one over the top, and it is caught by Colby Luna. And that feels good to say. Ripley Luna to Colby Luna, 6 yards.
The senior's
touchdown.
Not wasting any time, Josh. Is saying this is what we do.
And it is senior night. We don't want to talk like this because I do believe there is a possibility that we host a playoff game. But this could very well be the last game these two play on this field.
Yeah, it's special, isn't it? Senior night is a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
I know we've kind of scheduled creatively with some of our other sports, like let's not make this our senior night. It's so emotional. But I think the Luna boys, I think Barrick Meredith,
Conversion
I think Gabe
good there.
Jenisic, I think all these, Tanner Lee, I think these seniors are like, we're ready to play this game.
Conversion is good. It looks like the catch was made by Chase Garcia. So it will be Wildcats 8, Bulldogs 0. That didn't take very long.
It didn't, but it took a little mixture of all the things that we have felt were off.
Yes.
We saw a little run game. We saw a little misdirection with the trick play. And we saw some amazing touch and execution by the Luna brothers there on that touchdown. That throw to the flat in the end zone off the back shoulder is not an easy throw.
Really opened up by the a 42-yard pickup on that carry from Ripley Luna.
You can hurt them that way. You're going to freeze linebackers. It's like my Uncle Pete said last week. Even during the defeat against Bonners, if you can spy Ripley with one guy, you might be okay. But he just made 3 miss right there. So it seems like that has been neutralized here as the Wildcats with their first possession find pay dirt.
And things looking up here early. Wildcats making their first appearance on the scoreboard in 5 quarters.
Going back to the chat, thank you to Chelsea Hoffman. She's telling us how the mics are, so she's our remote associate producer. So
and Colby Luna's kickoff fielded at the 2, and there's a decent room for return here. Once again, that's Clay Weckman on the return. Gets out to about the 30-yard line. And Chelsea Hoffman, thank you so much for being a supporter of Wildcats Live. We really, really do appreciate you and your contribution to Wildcats Live. Thanks for supporting us. I want to see Varric Meredith get in on the action here. I want to see a big Varric lick.
Yeah, and how about those JVs? I was just watching for a little bit from the hospital today. By the way, Jim Miller doing well. I saw a pick 6 by the Wildcats, and I was just jumping out of my seat.
We had a pick 6. I got to have a little proud dad moment. It looks like Varric Meredith and Dayton Bauer on the tackle there.
He rang. Josh, he rang. Meredith is down there saying, here I am.
And he's not afraid to get the crowd involved and then strut a little bit after. Proud dad moment in that JV game. My son Radley returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
There we go. Always fun to house one, isn't it?
Right at the beginning.
Oh, that's great.
Right
He's
at the beginning.
got some wheels, doesn't he?
Yeah, I got to watch it from Dirty Dog Corner.
Oh, I mean,
so I got a front seat watch to a touchdown return down here on the east end.
There are very few humans that can say that, Josh. That they have such a proud moment watching the sun with the wheels and just watching it, and a gorgeous sunset in the background probably.
Beautiful, beautiful. No place like it. Even some of the Grangeville folks. Inside handoff here.
That's a little more successful. Got to the second level.
That was multiple broken tackles. Jaden
Bauer. See how that materialized
Jaden Bauer has a tackle broken, and I can tell you right now that sentence has not come up very often. We've got... Is it a flag on the play?
You know what? That's a good frontline attack there by Grangeville. They're heavy there to the left side again with a tight end and a wide receiver in close.
And there is a flag on the play.
All right.
And the sticks moved back, so I'm assuming we're going to see holding here.
Let's see.
Personal foul on the Wildcats.
The other way. So
Yikes.
tack it on here.
Yikes.
Not the way you want to answer if you're the defense. I understand a lot of these are the same kids. You know, this isn't the NFL where you say, gosh, the offense scored. You just need the defense to step up. It's like, hey, a bunch of you guys just scored. Now you got to step up again on defense.
Right.
But it is what it is, and the Wildcats really need to bow up here and maybe get a stop.
And it sounds like word on the street is the Luna twins will actually be making a visit to the Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, wow. They're getting out of the Northwest then. I know it's been Montana Eastern and
U of I and BSU. Pitch out to the outside here. Nice hard run there.
You know what? Grangeville finding maybe a little something in the Wildcat defense that works.
And the Wildcats, admittedly, they've struggled to stop the run this year. And right there on that carry, we don't have a number 26 on our roster.
Chat us in if you know who 26 is, Grangeville fans.
But that was a great carry there. And I'm wondering if it's maybe number 24 or 28.
Grangeville looking pretty solid here in this series with the run, Josh.
And that's been the Wildcats' weakness this year. I would assume that defense gets plenty of opportunities to practice against the pass.
Yeah, you're right.
A little inside handoff there and carry from the Bulldogs. And that's going to go for about 15 yards inside the Wildcats' 10.
Go off direction here to the left again and catch the Wildcats flat-footed out there with their corners. That looks like Ripley just kind of gets good blocking, though, by the receiver out there on the edge for Grangeville.
And right now it's going to be, we're going to see that bend not break from the Wildcats. We got Colby Luna, man-to-man coverage out here. There's probably no secret. Oh, my goodness. And was that Varric Meredith in there on the tackle? Yes, it was. Shot the gap, made the tackle. They're going to say he gained a yard or two, but I honestly thought he got to him in the backfield. Clock continues to tick here in the first quarter. Wildcats on top 8-0. Central Idaho League implications here for this football game. Wildcats win and they're one step closer to a championship. Oh, and we're going to see the first pass of the game. It's picked off! Colby Luna is going to pick it on the goal line. He's going to take that out and get out to about the 22 before he flatbacks the Bulldog quarterback.
Let's say that's your senior saying, "Not tonight, Grangeville." Like this is we're gonna make a stop here And he was the hammer on that, wasn't he? He was not the nail.
Not the nail.
Let's take a look at full replay. I think we got it here.
And watch how he reads
A
this.
single wide out here for Grangeville.
He gets beat to the inside.
He does. And then he just comes right across.
Just jumps
There's a little bit of that speed, Josh.
And incredibly fast. But over the last, I mean.
And then we'll get the little pound here, right? Just a little for extra. A little extra measure.
Oh, and right there, thrown over the left shoulder. There's Colby Luna on the grab. Makes a man miss. Stiff arms another. Gets out to the 42 before getting knocked out of bounds. And we've got an injured Bulldog on the field.
Uh-oh.
He
got some extracurriculars here, too. I think that's going to go against Grangeville. Number 33 didn't take too kindly to entering the Wildcat sideline. No one knows what gets said there. It's how you react, though, isn't it?
And I'm going to go on record to say that might be the saddest flag I've ever seen. It's
just like not an emphatic flag throw.
It's also not yellow. It's been used so much.
Color? Okay, here we go. Let's look at this move here by Luna. 2 moves, stiff arm, get up the field, and then crushes.
Oh, we're getting a personal foul on the Wildcats.
Well, maybe somebody got a little too excited about that shoulder drop there by Colby.
A little.
That's unfortunate. I mean, they still are in
So
good
they're going
shape.
to pick up the first down.
You don't want any of that, though.
15 yards from the end of the play.
Can't have those kind of mental errors there. I feel like I'm watching the Seahawks now.
Uh-oh.
It's a penalty after every single play.
Ripley here. Inside handoff. Oh, fumbles it. He's going to pick it up, though. Still has plenty of time. Oh, those wheels are coming into effect. Jager Hall throws a nice block. Ripley's going to pick up the first down after a 20-yard gain.
Josh, that's just like they drew it up. That's just how Coach Kimberling called this play. He says, hey, don't get a clean delivery there on the read option. Pick it up, and there's where your speed's going to pay off, Ripley.
Geez, the ball ended up in Rip's hands, just like we planned. It's one of those things where and we've got another flag on the field. We're going to get a hold here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Gosh, it looks like we
these
brought
guys don't even have a great flag to throw, and they're throwing it so much. It's probably why it's faded.
I thought we were paying for officials, but apparently we're getting a laundry service.
And it's not good. You get better laundry service than Panhandle Laundry. Shout out Jeff Walker.
Panhandle Linen.
Hit us up for an ad, Jeff.
Yeah,
We're here
absolutely.
For you. Never too ashamed to plug.
Yes. So Wildcats faced with another 1st and 10 here. Ripley Luna with all the field in the world to work with. That's fine. He'll just keep adding to those numbers. Dayton Bauer catches one in the backfield. Gonna pick up about 7 yards on the carry.
I would have liked to see Baden plant your left foot there and get upfield. He had the angle there, and he just kind of he sought out the contact.
Like he saw the contact coming and just kind of embraced it. But if you slow down, use that offhand to stiff arm and send a guy.
So here we go, flat, wide open. Now look at right here. Get to the outside. Now cut right.
Cut
right
back in. So it's 2nd and 4, manageable 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. 4 receivers set. Fires one in the flat, and Ramsey Rainio had that one hit him right in the numbers.
Ramsey was looking at 6 points before the ball connected to his 10 fingers or 8 fingers and 2 thumbs.
I watched a very wholesome video, and I know you're not a big purveyor of the TikTok, but it was the Arizona Cardinals TikTok, and it was J.J. Watt interacting with one of his receivers. And Rondell Moore was upset he had dropped a ball, and he goes, oh, did it hit you in the hands? And he goes, yeah, it did. And he goes, oh, that's part of the job description.
There you go.
And Ramsey knows it. That kid has made enough plays and done enough things to know, yeah, if it hits me in the hands, it's in my job description. They call him quick slants for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And Colby Luna is just going to keep adding to what has already been an incredible senior year. Big pickup there from the Wildcats' own 32.
I love that little dig route across the middle, Josh, especially if he gets the blocking and he can see that. Look he knew where he's going to be. Those linebackers don't have a chance.
And we're going to get a timeout here from Grangeville.
Now, do we have a flag here on the Wildcats? I don't see the faded flag. So.
I mean, it's been their favorite thing to do all night. So I would not be surprised. But it looks like we went from one 32-yard line to the other. So I'm not good at football math. It's a special kind of math.
We need Easton. I mean, Easton's got the brain, Josh. I said last night, listening to you two, I said Easton's doing math live, and that's not an easy thing to do.
It's not.
But maybe it's just that young brain. He just cranked it out like it was nothing.
I'm going to say that's a 36-yard pickup, 32 to 32. 18 to 50,
okay,
and then
there
18 to 32. So
doing the math.
36, right?
And Ty can check you on that. He's checked us a couple times already.
And for anyone who knows me, I'm a words guy. I don't deal in numbers. Numbers are for my front desk lady
yeah, well,
and
we got
the
a truck
accounting
out
department.
back, just like Monday Night Football. We got a truck down here on McKinley Avenue feeding us all the stats. Uncle Pete says that was a drag. I called it a dig. It was a drag across the middle in front of the linebackers, and it was executed perfectly.
Real nice for Uncle Pete to try and have an opinion when he's not here.
Pete, he said he was chiming in. It broke his heart not to come over, Josh. He wanted to come over and chop it up with you.
It's true. It really is. I look forward to it every Friday night, getting the chance to mess around with Uncle Pete.
Gosh,
Ripley's going to fire one deep.
Oh, no.
He's got Ramsey Radio, who can't bring it in there. Ramsey getting kind of frustrated with the slap to the ground. Great throw by Luna over the shoulder.
Yes, and he had to go back to the other shoulder to the right to get it, and it was still laid up there nicely enough that he could have, but just a really big adjustment for a player to make.
That's a tough catch at any level.
Oh, yeah.
That's not an easy catch, and I have to imagine that these guys in practice work on these catches that are just insanely
let's
difficult.
Let's admire this deep ball by Rip right here.
Oh,
look at the hang time on this thing right here. It's beautiful.
If it was a coin, it would be a dime.
Oh, and it hit him in the hands, Josh.
Yep.
You know what the TikTokers say.
Part of the job description.
Part of the job.
Oh, good block there. Who is number 22? Is that Dayton Bauer who finds a big block there? And then I think it was Jace Garcia on the grab off the little flip there.
Holy smokes. And I got young Froelich here. He's watching me how I work these replays. I think he's almost ready to take over. He's seeing my timing. He's kind of watching.
The wee baby Froelich is in the house.
Let's take a look at – oh, no. Why do we get – oh, that's the end. Okay, here we go. I like the
what is the
escape
throw
of the
here?
Pocket here.
What's the throw here?
Escapes. A nice block in there by the lineman, knowing he's going to try to get outside, and he gets rid of it immediately. I do like that.
Dayton Bauer throws an incredible block there. And now the Wildcats are once again in the red zone. 1st and 10 here from the 12. Ripley's going to drop back.
Oh, he just – I thought he missed that window, but he got through there.
He's going to pick up, it looks like, about 6 yards on the carry.
If you watch that, though, it was like the Red Sea parted right there. Josh. Look at this right. If I could pause it right there. Oh, my. And then –
I was about to make a joke, and I was like, oh, that's the Luna Twins' long-lost brother, Moses. But
parted the Red Sea.
You beat me to the Red Sea. Well, it's all right. I was able to.
Working together too long.
It's
Josh.
true. It really is true. Wildcats here.
Can't see past the Pixelot camera.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot, Pixelot. Ripley Luna in the shotgun fires one over to Colby. Colby is so fast.
Yeah, that's
Yikes!
in.
6-yard touchdown grab for Colby Luna.
That's number 2.
We're at 2-2 here. Ripley with 2, Colby with 2. Things are looking up for the Twins, who have been.
That's the same play, Josh. It's a drag across the middle. Linebackers just eating Luna's vapor trails right there.
Watch the speed burst there.
Yeah.
If we can watch that replay.
Let's go again. We can't watch this enough.
Watch the burst of speed after the catch. So, there's the grab.
There it is right
there. They
there.
are step for step, and then just
turbo button.
Yes. Mashing the turbo.
Oh, we're going for 2.
Going for 2. Ripley Luna, all the time in the world. He's going to race to that outside pylon. He's going to get it.
I've offered my kicking tutorial services, but right now the Wildcats are point hungry. So.
I don't think it's necessary. Appreciated.
Point after try. There's the pylon cam. Not quite installed yet.
Not quite.
So Ty Cheney's giving us the best alternative. Wildcats 16. Grangeville Bulldogs 0.
So here we are in the first quarter, 2:23 left. Wildcats up 16-0.
Uncle Pete says nice blocking and protection from the O-line. He's noticing that Grangeville not able to get pressure with their down linemen like the past couple of opponents. Bonner's Ferry able to do that.
Oh, Frenchtown.
And Frenchtown able to do that. And, you know, if your linemen can hold serve there, the Luna boys can definitely cook.
Yeah, there's something to be said about giving Ripley Luna time. It's a bad idea. If you can't put pressure on Ripley Luna, you might as well not apply pressure at all and then just run a bunch of spies. Because if you can't get back to him in the backfield, he's going to kill you all night. And he's going to find really creative ways to do it.
Yep.
like a serial killer back there.
Yeah. Pete said they needed that drag route against Bonners, and I agree. And I'm not saying that Bonners did such a great job of neutralizing it because I don't know that we saw it. I like this new wrinkle here for the Wildcats offense. I like that little drag route with Colby coming across and using that speed, and the brother knows how to hit him in stride, so that's not going to be an issue.
I wonder how much work the two of them put in. I can't imagine either of them necessarily like being shut out as Colby Luna's kick drops in at the 5-yard line here. Not a lot of blocking.
That's
Let's
good
see if Wexton is going to get out, and he does.
A lot of extra. Like these guys are pretty chippy tonight.
Weckman, not Wexon. And I feel like I have a wisp when I say that because I don't know that I've ever encountered that.
We're getting the adult dating sites hitting us now. We must be really going viral tonight. We got the Tinder Hot XYZ.
Maybe that's what NFHS is doing to punish us for putting their link in their comments. They're like, meet hot singles in your area. No thanks. Come watch Kellogg football at Teeters Field.
I'm going to have to hire an associate producer here. I'm thinking maybe young Froelich here is going to get some duties.
You know, my brother, I believe, deals in the cybersecurity realm. He might be able to help us with that somehow. I don't know. Wildcats tackle for loss here. Loss of 2 on the play. Read that one. And you know, if you watch the JV game, the offense that we're seeing from the varsity is very similar to what the JV ran.
It's intriguing to me because a lot of times you'll see sets of coaches, Josh, they'll cater their defense or offense to what they have personnel-wise. And maybe the Wildcats have similar ingredients. Is it Andrew Lewis?
Yes.
Quarterback, number 2.
Yes. He is dressed down at the varsity level, too.
Number 2 in the program, number 1 in your heart.
Number 1 in your heart.
Andrew Lewis.
I believe he wears number 20.
Good
Thank
call
you,
there by
Ty.
Oh,
no, Varick.
Someone's rumbling.
Varick's going to get in on the interception.
Someone's stumbling.
Oh, he's going to take it home. And the Wildcats.
He touches the paw.
They're rolling. That right there might be an iconic moment. And we need to save that replay. I don't know if there's a way.
We're going to have that in the archives here. Let's take a look at this. Varick Meredith
just spies it.
And this is it. This is like, don't even try to stop me right now.
I'm going to tell you, there are a few things. There are a few people I know that I don't want to get in the way of. Oh, no, we didn't get it.
Well, it's on the original feed.
It's on the original feed.
Get it on the replay, yeah.
And thanks to the expert camera work of
Ty is all over it.
One Ty Cheney.
Even though we couldn't see it because of this pixel-lot.
Looks like a stormtrooper's helmet.
This is going to have to be NFHS. You're going to need to come reinstall this.
Just going to take it down. I think an Allen wrench will do it. Ripley Luna.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of pressure. He's going to fire one up. That's all right. And I think his feet were in.
Feet would, but the ball's got across the plane.
I believe if you have established position in the end zone, you don't have to break the plane anymore. Now, that could just be an NFL-only rule.
Okay.
But I saw something with this the other day where if you catch one and your feet are in the end zone, if you have established position in the end zone, you don't have to break the plane traditionally the same way.
Well, Ty was having a nacho during that one, so we didn't get that anyway.
That's okay. And I will say, at high school and college and pro rules, all are very, very different from one another.
Sometimes they can be different, yeah.
But NFL, I'm 99.9% sure that as long as you have established position, because a lot of those guys, I mean, if they catch the ball in the back corner, they don't ever break the plane. The ball technically never is. You just have to have established feet inside.
Yeah, I guess if you catch it and they're so lengthy, they catch it and it's out of bounds on the other side. That's the other extreme. I guess you could
on the other side of the pylon, as long as you have the feet down. So Wildcats, nonetheless, they're going to rule him not in the end zone. They must have said that he did not.
And they did not call back up here for the replay. So
yeah, well, it's their loss. Or I guess in this instance, because Ty was having a nacho. Probably for the best.
We were not getting a feed there anyway.
And they're not calling NFHS for a replay.
No.
Decent kick once again drops in at the 5. Jaden Bauer on the tackle there. And oh my goodness, what do we have here? Oh, we've got lots of spice near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I was not quite aware of the intensity of this rivalry. Maybe these Grangeville Bulldogs not super excited to have the Wildcats joining the Central Idaho League, and I'm pretty sure they had a pretty competitive game last year.
Riley Coletti out there throwing hands, which might end his night.
They may need to go to review for this. That may be the end of Riley Coletti's night.
Oh, we're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct Wildcats.
And he's out.
And he has been ejected from the game. And we're getting some crowd hostility down there.
We do have a field mic dangling from the skybox here, and it picked up. We got some people say you got to call it both ways. The old that's a pretty common crowd crow.
Riley Coletti has been disqualified from this game, and I don't know if you saw, but I mean he got like suplexed by a couple different Bulldogs at the end of the kickoff, and the play was really kind of not anywhere near him, so it was very much extracurricular activity.
It's usually the reaction that gets called.
Yes, we talk about that almost ad nauseum up here. Rarely is the first offense ever noticed. It's the reaction that gets seen rather easily.
Hey, by the way, we have not, Josh, had a chance. We may hear it pretty quick. We haven't had a chance to do many ads from our sponsors, but do a verbal ad during the contest here. You look at those banners down below as you're watching. You can see those Wildcat sponsors scrolling through. Thank you to all of them. But how about NASCO, Shoshone Glass, Allen Electric, and Sunshine Silver? Gold level sponsors this year, and we appreciate you. And thank those guys if you see them.
Oh my goodness, great penetration right there, and I believe that was Coulter Wood.
Hey,
shot through the line.
I have been singing Coulter Wood's praises all season long. I think he's an unsung, I don't want to say an unsung hero. He's getting work done. He's bringing his lunchbox. He's getting stuff done behind the scenes. He's not putting up state records, except in wrestling. But he is an athlete, and he's a teammate. He's been putting in some work for these Wildcats.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. After the first 12, Wildcats 22, Bulldogs 0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live.
Purple and gold through and through. Shoshone Glass has been serving the home and auto glass and glazing needs of the Silver Valley and North Idaho for more than 50 years. With 3 generations of family expertise and community loyalty, they have a well-earned reputation for hard work and excellence. No matter what your needs, you can rest easy knowing that your project will be handled quickly and professionally. From energy-efficient windows and sliding glass doors to bath enclosures and mirrors, and a comprehensive auto glass service as well. Let the experts at Shoshone Glass take care of your home, auto, and business needs by calling 208-783-1159 or going to shoshoneglass.com. Go Wildcats! From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Josh McDonald, Simon Miller here. Teeters Field, Wildcats up 22-0 to start the second quarter against the Grangeville Bulldogs. On that third down possession, Wildcats force a fumble, did not recover it.
That was just a little playing through, Josh. I learned that on the PGA Tour, where you want to watch. You're caught up watching like something exciting, but you got to watch a commercial at the side. That's what we went with.
We're going to go tonight to picture-in-picture.
There we go.
A nice punt there from the Bulldogs. Ramsey Rainio going to take this one off the bounce. We've already got some laundry on the field. They really are getting loosey-goosey with those. We've got Jude Erlinson and whoever he is matched up with down there. And if you can hear the field mic, the Wildcat faithful are letting the officials
Let's
have
look at the
it.
replay. Look for stuff you see away from the ball. There they are. They're engaged down here.
Do we have a replay? I don't know if we saw that. Right there, Jude Erlinson got up, was going after the officials to voice his concern. Sophomore Tom O'Neill comes over.
He pulled him down on top. He's got him by the jersey, and he piles into him. We got him on tape right there on camera. And Erlinson with, but I guess what? If he reacted,
Once
he's going to
again,
get called.
the reaction will always be the thing that gets caught.
Yeah.
Erlinson fired up. Sophomore Tom O'Neill came over, grabbed Erlinson, threw him out of the way. Not interested in anymore, and the referees are backing the Wildcats way up.
Yep, this is not going to go in the Wildcats' favor.
And rarely do these kinds of things go in the favor of the team up in a 22-0 game. More often than not, the officials are going to err on the side of you're winning 22-0. You're going to have to tighten some stuff up.
Oh yeah.
We want to see more discipline out of you than the team that's getting their butts kicked.
Kind of why Shaquille O'Neal didn't get called for many charges, just because he was big and bowled people over. They just said, "Hey, this guy's big."
Right. We're not going to punish you, or we're not going to reward you for being smaller than him.
I guess that would be the opposite. I guess Shaq, if he did get some calls, they were just saying, "Hey, you're too big. You're bowling people out of the key. That's going to be you're fouled out."
Yeah. Right now, it definitely feels like the Wildcats are Shaquille O'Neal and. And we're moving forward now.
Oh, here we go. Now, if we could bring in our resident expert, if we had Rich Polson, we could dial Rich Polson just like we dial Gene Sarator or somebody for the NFL. We could say, Rich, what are you seeing here? What's this going to be?
I'm going to try to get us an officiating expert up here.
There we go.
We got head coach Mike Martin in the stands tonight.
Yes, we do.
He is here to watch the Luna Twins.
He's got
my juggling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear Lord. This has
not gonna get
nasty potential all over it. Fortunately, the Bulldogs are able to cover.
We're going to get part of this replay, but that's just too long of a play.
Colby Luna had all sorts of time, and I actually think if he had a more direct line to the other side of the field, he might have been able to break that one off. Dayton Bauer's helmet came off during the play.
Josh, also guys have to be ready when the play gets reversed to hold and sustain their blocks. There's just those Grangeville guys just ran right through the Wildcats. I know that's not a designed play to turn that back, but you got to be disciplined and keep your head on a swivel and find somebody and block them.
Kudos to Colby for making the catch. He popped that one up with both hands, juggled it a little bit, made the grab. Did a little 180, I apologize. 180, turned it around, but there's a flag on the play.
Oh, you don't say.
I mean, it looks like we've got Duncan Yeager down there officiating. He officiates a little basketball.
All we had to do was mention Coach Mike Martin, and Wildcats just got a call. So.
There we go. It's time. The time is now. Ripley Luna out of the shotgun. 3 receivers set. He's got Reed Wildcat to his right. Colby Luna and Jace Garcia to his left. Oh, he's going to wind up. Colby Luna's going to go up and makes the grab, stays in bounds, and walks in for the 45-yard touchdown. Wildcats 28.
Oh, and another flag. Probably was too excited.
Oh, he's too happy about 45 yards and a touchdown.
Let's go to replay. We got just the tail end. We're going to get this deep ball by Rip.
We're going to go for the 2-point conversion from the 15-yard line, and we don't care because we've got the quarterback to do it. That's
a great pitch again. I think we need a 15-second play buffer here.
This is getting obnoxious, though. And I hate to say that it's, you don't ever want to say, not clean play. What do we got? Touchdown, flag, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Wildcats, excessive celebration, too happy about beating up Grangeville. Just, I don't know. Swallow your flags for a little bit, guys. None of these seem to be changing the
Don't want to get in the business of ref bashing, but it does feel a little
egregious.
Egregious. I was just going to say superfluous.
Superfluous is a great word.
Shouting to my Father of the Bride watching days.
I love that movie.
I do.
Ripley Luna has lots of time. Cross his body.
Dirty dog corner.
Dirty dog corner, and that's Jager Hall on the grab in the Dirty Dog corner. Shout out to all our Dirty Dog watchers. We know there's a bar full of people who are loving this Wildcat domination here.
Let's watch it. We got it. We got the replay dialed in.
I know I
It's
had
gonna roll right.
I had a
Dirty Dog corner.
great time at Dirty Dog for a large portion of my day.
Zips it right
Oh,
there.
and he scrambled and thought about finishing that off with his legs, but instead waited and took advantage of the opportunity.
That's good stuff. 30-0 Wildcats. It's a little early. It's first half. In fact, there's still 10 minutes left in the second quarter. I was going to say, quite a statement the Wildcats have made.
So the Wildcats in 14 minutes of play have scored more points than they have in their last 2 weeks.
Good call. Yeah, it's been a pretty dry spell, and credit to the Frenchtown Bronx and the Bonners Ferry Badgers. A couple of really stout, talented, well-coached football teams.
Oh my goodness! And you can't shout out the work that's being done up in Bonners enough. They really do feel like a team to keep an eye on. I know if I was a team from down south, I would hate the idea of having to drive to Bonners Ferry in late October, early
South
November.
Canada.
I was gonna say you're basically playing in Canada, and these Badgers are tough, and they are led by, I would say, he's got to be one of the top 20 players in North Idaho.
Yeah.
Blake Rice.
He was really, I think it was your article, he just basically did everything, didn't he?
Oh yeah, and I don't. It almost at times, and I don't want to disparage any of the other guys on that team, that it felt like he was playing 1-on-11 and winning.
Yeah.
And that is alarming, because then when you factor in the efforts of his teammates, another kind of a toe punch there by Colby Luna. This one fielded at the 25.
Oh, nice little put your shoulder down there.
Jude Erlinson just got lifted about 12 feet.
Hey, shout out from the chat, Josh. I got, and she'll know who it is, Deborah, watching from home tonight, bass player of Kellogg High School.
Oh, okay.
AKA known as Deb, her alter
Deb.
ego. And also Roger and Connie Peterson, my in-laws, watching from Puyallup, Washington.
Puyallup.
Our audience is far and wide. Wildcats and former teachers. Roger Peterson teaching here for a few years, and his daughters. Of course, Amy Miller and Ruth Peterson spent some time here and is up in Alaska. So yeah, got some shout outs here from family, and we're happy that they are joining us.
Little misdirection play there. Probably would have been better served on a quarterback keeper. That was Clay Weckman again. And Weckman.
It'd be great to get over 100 viewers tonight for a CIL matchup.
Yeah,
spread the news here, guys. If anybody's watching this blasted Pixel-lot here with no audio and a robot trying to follow the ball, get them over onto Wildcats Live. Just go to wildcatslive.org. The link is right there, and it's on our Facebook page as well. Let's see if we can get over 100 here.
Guys, you all saw Terminator. Why would we trust the machines?
Why are we watching Skynet?
Oh, Ripley Luna tried to make a play there, ended up sitting down on a receiver. Ooh. I'm sorry, Ramsey Rainio there.
Yeah, that was Ramsey. That's second base. Second base gives me flashbacks of junior football. I got tackled a couple times over there. Probably ruined my football career.
That was it, huh?
As a quarterback rolling out, just like, there's a sideline.
If it hadn't been
get over there, and I don't know who it was.
If it hadn't been for that second base, you probably would have gone pro.
That might be a little bit of a reach, but
you could throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
That's right, over that mountain.
Over them mountains.
9 minutes, 28 seconds, Wildcats. It's just like an eternity here.
It really does feel like the Wildcats could score 100 points tonight.
And you know what? I'm not a fan, Josh, of running the score up ever. But after I've watched, I'm saying I'm coming to the other side, because after watching this Yep, high point that.
No,
I was going to say that's going to be a flag.
I feel like they wanted to.
Josh, I think that the Max Preps and the integration of Max Preps into IHSA is very sus.
I'm going to go on record to say I don't even think the Max Preps guys know how their rankings work. I tried to watch the video today. It was understand our rankings, and it was basically a guy stuttering and stammering who basically said there's two different sets of rankings, the national and the local. And then he made it sound like the local ones really, they don't even understand how they work. They just use a bunch of data.
There's just something.
There's just a bunch of numbers.
That's a great punt.
And right now, as it stands, the Wildcats are ranked number 9 on Max Preps with a 4-3 record. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them being ranked number 9.
Yeah.
Because a 4-3 record is not the same as a.
But Josh, they've been 9 when they were 4-1, or they were 9 to begin. They've never gone higher than 9.
That's my problem is they've never gotten higher than 9.
And that's going to hurt them when the 5 district or
after they win these next 2 games, and they have to travel to Declo, who right now is sitting at 2-4 or 2-5, and is going to get a playoff berth because they beat Wendell, the only other team in their league. That is trash.
Max Preps is Max sucks.
So
right now,
yeah, Max Preps.
Don't like it.
And
not
I'm
a fan.
Just not even a little bit of a fan. I've asked people to explain their rankings. I've even gone as far as to tweet out Idaho Sports and ask if they would explain their power rankings versus the Max Preps rankings. And no one has been able to give me a clear answer. All I know is that it really feels like they're dogging on North Idaho teams right now, because even the Max Preps rankings have Bonners Ferry sitting at like number 6 for the 3A, and they're the only undefeated team.
Yeah.
And they've beaten some talented teams. They've knocked off the Wildcats. I mean, they shut out the Wildcats.
Yes.
The Wildcats, if you're the number 9 team in another division and you shut that team out.
A team that scored 80 a few weeks before that.
Yeah.
That might.
The Wildcats have outscored their opposition like 290-some points to 94. They got shut out. Everyone's talking about, the Badgers shut out this potent offense, yet they can't even get higher than number 6. I'm going to go on record to say disrespect. That's all it feels like, is disrespect. You've got it programmed into your ranking system. Ooh, I think we might have gotten away with a false start there. Ripley with like literally an eternity here. Oh, just kidding. I'm going to go this way. No, you're not going to get me. I'll fire one, and it's okay. We're not going to get grounding. Ripley just took a shot to the face mask, though, which if this was the NFL, that'd be 15 yards the other way. In fact, you give a quarterback like Ripley Luna a dirty look in the NFL, and you're going to move about 15 yards the other way. We learned that this last Sunday. But right now, Ripley Luna, all the time in the world, just didn't see anything he liked. Was able to avoid the intentional grounding by throwing at the feet of Dayton Bauer. Wildcats facing a 3rd and 10, and I'm going to say this is the longest 3rd down they've faced all year. Well, not all year, all game. All game.
Yeah, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 is the longest 3rd they've faced all game long. They've moved the ball with relative ease, and they're going to get 5 free ones here.
A little offside.
They're like, oh, yeah, we were aware that this was the longest 3rd down we've seen all game. Let's shorten this up a bit. Now what I want to see is another snap, quarterback draw out of the shotgun here. These guys are terrified of the pass game. They're going to part like the Red Sea. Ripley's going to pick up 15.
And maybe some, you talked about Grangeville being a little bit banged up. Maybe some of those guys on the defensive line are new guys and or inexperienced guys. You don't know.
Word on the street is they're missing 2 players. Both of them play tight end. One of them plays D end and outside linebacker for their defense. So they are definitely missing. Oh, and we're going to get a full. Nope.
We should get a flag there.
On this game,
maybe,
where we have been airing out dirty laundry like it's rants and raves of the Silver Valley. We are not going to get a flag there. I am blown away by this. I am. I am mystified. Not really. Wildcats up 30-0.
4th and 5 all of a sudden.
There's really not a lot for them to worry about. Probably got a PI there. Should be about 15 yards ahead of where they are. Ripley Luna going to take a snap here. Tried to draw him off sides, didn't get it. Takes a snap.
Needs a little protection
look,
here.
He's got the room he needed. Fires one over the middle, and well defended there. That was number 33 for the Bulldogs. Shout out to Carl Spencer. And
that's a good pride point right there for the Grangeville Bulldogs, Josh. That's like, hey, we got off the field here, boys.
Names you don't encounter very much anymore. Carl.
Well,
Carl Spencer. Nice pass defense there. Carl, enjoy your moment on Wildcats Live.
Heck yeah, Carl. Nice play there.
And Wildcats going to switch to defense here. Not very many people. I think only 2 people ran off the field here.
I don't get that little dip, but it says that's going to go back up. We worked up to 88.
Maybe when I started being upset with Max
Josh,
Preps.
maybe that's when they killed us.
Or everybody left.
NFHS just took everybody down.
Everybody just left to go join a new dating site. Inside handoff here. Probably picking up about 5 on the carry. And it looks like that was number 40 for the Bulldogs.
Oh, I just caught my first whiff of the Wahing.
Colin.
It's like that time of night when the wind shifts. You get your first Wahing Kellogg just wafting in the windows here.
Wahing wafting.
So good.
And that was Colin Gochner on the carry. And gosh, my goodness, looking at this roster, there is an egregious use of Ys.
Yeah.
I honestly think your wife would not be happy about it.
Well,
using those
that's
Ys.
a pretty deep roster, too. That's a
That
big
is a
list.
big roster.
That's a nice run.
And not enough to quite get the first down. Pickup of about 3. It's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Bulldogs. Now I'd like to see one of those designed Varick just destroys somebody blitzes.
Yep.
Those are my favorite.
A little
He shoots
keeper there by the quarterback.
He shoots the gap and just like strong arms a guy and throws him like 5 yards back. This kid is an absolute tank. We're getting some feedback here from the voice of the Wildcats, Steve Shepard. The rankings are weighted to include playing outside your conference at your level. We play no one outside of our conference at the 2A level, so we are penalized by being in the North where we can play a team from non-conference within our time zone. You are absolutely making sense, sir, but I honestly think
but we played teams above our classification.
Right. Frenchtown, they're the number 8 team in Montana. And I did some research today, Simon. I forgot about this. I brought a note from work.
You're unfolding it right
I'm
now.
unfolding it.
Here we go. Let's get
Deer Park currently sitting at 3-3. That's probably the Wildcats' best loss, but they are ranked number 21 of the 50 Division 1A teams in Washington.
I think Pete, I credit Pete for that. You guys were talking about that.
Yeah.
Pete said they were
18 at the time.
Yeah.
But the 3 teams that they've lost to this year are all ranked ahead of them.
There we go.
Inside handoff here, Wildcats swallow that. Jaden Bauer, just a Bauer beatdown back there in the backfield. They've lost to 3.
That was a Bauer bludgeoning.
A Bauer blitzing. They've lost to 3 ranked teams ahead of them. So, good on Deer Park. They're probably squarely in the playoff mix for their division. Frenchtown, currently ranked number 8 in Class A for Montana. They're 4-3. They have 3 one-possession losses to teams ranked ahead of them. You know how hard it is to be number 8 and have 3 teams ranked ahead of you that you've lost to. That means they're playing probably one of the nastiest, most difficult schedules in Montana.
Yep.
Then Bonners Ferry, coming in undefeated, 6-0. They're ranked number 6 as a 7-0 team.
There we go.
That is an egregious ranking.
Yeah.
So how are we getting penalized? I mean, this is the same team. We beat a Riverside team who is, I would say, probably Oh, no. Wildcats blown coverage. Varick Meredith just threw a kid into the dirt and kind of whirly-birded him around before throwing him into a giant cloud of dust.
Yeah, that running back, a little wheel route, he just snuck out behind everybody. That's well designed there. That's good coaching.
And it was just said by Mr. Shepard once again, doesn't count to play Montana teams or teams at levels above us. It does give an advantage to teams in southern Idaho because they have a larger amount of teams to play against. So I love the schedule that A.D. Goodner gave us.
I do too, and it still makes no sense to me, Josh.
But that just means that
it doesn't make sense.
So to get games that actually matter, we're going to have to go on the road or get them to come up here and, I like that.
And I think that's why you see teams like Coeur d'Alene and Lake City and Post Falls that travel and go down and play those matchups in basketball.
So perhaps the change needs to be, let's make a plea to our booster club.
Oh yeah,
let's raise some money to start sending our teams to play the teams that apparently quote unquote matter. I'm doing finger quotations right now, so that we can stop getting messed up on the rankings.
We just talked for 10 minutes, and basically what you've said is it's a system that benefits teams in the South.
Yes,
because there are more teams to play that qualify you for the Max Prep rankings. And that's all that needs to be said.
And that's just trash. So I hate it, and I don't know whose idea it was to adopt it. I don't think the old system was the right way to do it, where the seating was predetermined. But I can definitely tell you that the new version.
No, we're spitting fire tonight, Josh. Just got in the chat. Don't hold back now. Tell us how you really feel, Gwen Johnson. Absolutely, we're going to.
I just think it's ridiculous.
It just gets old after a while. And also Roger Peterson, and he does know what is up. Walking for the win.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely.
If I could get my hands on some crab puffs right now, it would be the only thing that might keep this fire fueled.
I would like a plate of Hong Kong lo mein stack.
Oh yeah. Some subgum chow mein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Wendy,
best.
hit us up, Wendy.
Yeah.
Let's do an ad for you. Bring us up some takeout.
You'd be a gold sponsor if you bring us some takeout.
Yeah.
Play action and
Let's it fly.
Shot deep. Oh, no grab. Some hand fighting there. Jude Erglinson on the defense.
Gosh, Jude is in the mix here.
Jude is trying to get himself in the. He wants
Let's go
that.
to replay. That was a good ball. I felt like that was a well-thrown ball.
That was a great throw there.
Roll out here. Roll him out to the left.
Cody Clement.
Give him some time.
That might be the best ball he's thrown all night.
That is a great ball, and that is catchable. Wow, good camera work there by Cheney.
And Mr. Shepard he's just living in my inbox right now. I am loving what I'm getting from him. The system is unfair. It benefits everybody except the teams in the north. If you're north of Lewiston, expect Max Prep's rankings to just destroy your postseason.
Hey, guess why we have fall golf? Because the big schools down south wanted fall golf, and they excluded 2A, 3A.
Yes!
That was
Jaden Bauer.
We got ourselves a Bauer.
Ooh. Oh, that was Tanner Lee. I'm sorry. I had thought it was 33. That looked like 33.
Hey, Tanner Lee featured this week on Coach Davidian's show.
And Tanner Lee, one of the guys over the last few weeks we've been saying we want to see him finish these plays.
Yeah.
This kid is big and strong and fast.
Yes, he is.
He tends to get first contact in the backfield more often than not.
He is a human aircraft carrier. He is big. He is fit.
Yeah.
And he is physical.
And I would be terrified if I was a Grangeville Bulldog and I looked up and I saw Tanner Lee and Varick Meredith staring across the line at me.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'll just call you later. But Wildcats here, up 30-0. Been a relatively quiet second quarter. Grangeville kind of slowing things down.
Yeah, neutralizing things a little bit, kind of getting the game back to a pace at least. The score's not there, but the pace is at least to their liking.
Yeah, somehow 30-0 is a lot more comforting to them when they're controlling the clock.
I mean, yeah, and they just didn't want to see another
44-0
touchdown reception.
Yeah, 44-0 at halftime would be a little painful to swallow, but there's still 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. With the Luna twins, anything can happen.
I would like to see us get over 100. We're currently at 85, now 84.
Hey, come back.
Let's get over 100 before NFHS shuts us down again. I think this Skybot up here is injecting our network and bringing us down.
The T1000. I'm about to say hasta la vista to this Pixelot.
Well, I'm going to say hasta la vista to the stink bug. It can't take a memo.
It's really, they are pine beetles. They do not like the stigma of being called stink bugs.
Oh, are those harmful words I'm saying to them?
Right. You need to be, words hurt, Simon.
Let's see what we got here. You checked your inbox. I'm checking my inbox.
Oh, yeah, my inbox. I got some shout-outs. I got a shout-out from Adam Hopper, who is loving this. That's Coulter
great.
Wood's stepdad.
That's great.
Who is
love it.
He's loving what we're throwing at him. He's a published author. I love his books. Ripley Luna. He's quick. He's strong. He's going to get out to about the 44-yard line.
The shortstop. That's much better than second base.
It's much better.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're going to get it. Let's see what happens here with Mr. Luna, the magician. Fakes there to the right flat, goes through his progressions, gets up in the pocket, and you're just not going to catch him. You got better angles there, guys. Pete needs to text me in and say what those linebackers maybe can do to contain Mr. Luna a little bit better. I mean, I know he's quick, but he seems to have the upper hand on those scrambles.
Good luck stopping Ripley Luna. Out of the shotgun, he's underthrowing his brother there. Probably the first bad throw of the night for Ripley, and he had all the time in the world to work with there. But yeah, I was shouting out Adam Hopper.
Yeah, I love that, and I know he has written a great 1 or 2 children's books.
Yeah, Harry the Bear and his, Harry the Bear
Let's plug
and
it.
his disgusting friend Stanky the dog. Disgusting sidekick, Stanky the dog. And it looks like Harry the Bear, we've got another Harry the Bear book that just came out. He's got 3 of these books out, and they're fantastic. They are hilarious. They're well illustrated. They're super comical. Varick Meredith makes a big grab. He's going to get a block from Ramsey Rainio. He's up the sideline, and he's going to be forced out of bounds at the, looks like they're going to call it back at the 15.
Let's take a look.
Varick Meredith doing his own juggling act
We
here.
are getting eerily close to Dirty Dog Corner.
Dirty Dog Corner, 2:22 left here in the half.
Dirty
Wow,
Dog
that's-
Corner, if you're down there, I'll take a Space Dust and a red Solo cup, and it should be on the end of the bar when I come down.
Dirty Dog Corner has been just really graciously serving me Pink Whitneys and Sprite all night.
Oh,
So
falling
it's-
asleep at the wheel there. Haven't even had a Space Dust yet, and falling asleep at the wheel. So yeah, let's
What
plug that
happened there?
book, Mr. Hopper. Let's get you some some book sales here.
Book sales. Uh-oh, Colby Luna with the and there's no way that was not a stiff arm.
He
I
wanted
am.
a horse collar or something there.
When you are drug around by your head, that is a penalty. There is a penalty there in some form or fashion. Face mask, horse collar, something.
Let's see what we got here.
And Colby pleading his case to the official, who
It had to be. His face goes down first.
I'm a little surprised by that. These the liberal laundry throwers that these referees have been this evening. That they're not
Josh,
gonna.
go with the alliteration. Liberal laundry.
Woo! Varick Meredith, touchdown!
Varick.
And he throws his hands up, pulls the foot out. He's going high. Reverse the little Euro step there with Ramsey. Woo! I love it.
That's some straight fire coming from Ripley too.
Oh, and I want to shout out Varick Meredith. I have talked to numerous kids at the school. I've talked to numerous coaches, numerous people. This kid is just a pleasure to be around. Everybody loves having him in Kellogg High School. We're happy to have him. He's been a great addition to our football
Been it for
team.
3 years now, yeah.
And he's just been that guy for us. He's always in hype mode. He's at all the volleyball games. Dayton Ballard not gonna get away with the old Vince Young knee there.
The knee after the fumble Ruski.
The knee to win the national championship. But right there, look at him. Varick Meredith giving all of his teammates high fives as they come off the field. Just he's a pleasure to be around. He brings a lot of school spirit. He fully embodies what it is to be a Kellogg Wildcat. Just a solid all-around athlete. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm really excited for basketball. It's right around the corner,
it's
and
looking ahead. But yeah, it's good to look ahead because it's an excitement.
Coach,
Josh, this is different than we just lost our 8th game.
Yeah.
Is it basketball season yet? We are excited because we are doing some great things in football, and we think it's going to carry over.
We are existing in a very great age for Kellogg athletics. We've got athletes across the board. Both sides, our girls' sports are doing well. Shout out to Coach Batchelder and the volleyball team. It might feel
Second
like
place?
second
Second
place
Yeah,
in the
there we go.
CIL with a very experienced veteran St. Mary's team winning that league this year.
Heading
Kellogg's
into districts.
good spot to contend for a district championship
Absolutely.
and a seat at the state tournament.
Yep.
Our cross-country team, Mackay Peak, recently
about
broke
Mackay?
a 30-year record held
Yeah.
by Brad Shepard. Oh, and we're going to go with a little on-sider there.
By
And,
Ryan Shepard, right?
Ryan Shepard, yeah.
Ryan Shepard.
Ryan
yep.
Shepard.
Coached by Mr. Al Getz.
Yes, coached by Mr. Al Getz. His record of, I believe it was 16 minutes, 20 seconds,
yep.
was broken by Mackay Peak just a few weeks ago.
You know, I was talking, Josh, that it's hard. Our social media manager, it's me. Sometimes it's hard to make sure all that stuff gets recognized. It's not because great things are not happening, but shout out to Sergeant Major Jeff Smith, coach of the cross country team, and those guys are getting some work done. Lacey Medina doing some good stuff.
And
how about Mackay Peak? That guy is on a mission.
He's getting to the point where he's looking like one of the better runners in the state, not just at the 2A level. When you're getting down into the 16s and 15s of the world, that means you're competing with the big dogs of cross country. My youngest brother did cross country for a year, so I kind of got to immerse myself in it. It's an interesting culture.
Yes, it is.
It's an interesting culture, and all it takes, and you don't want to make it sound like it's a sport for, it takes a different kind of person to do cross country. You have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be comfortable on your own. It's not, there is a team component, but it's not team, it's you versus you. And Mackay has done so well. Little jet sweep action here. And
what I like about Mackay is I've watched, if you've ever watched the movie with Prefontaine.
Oh, yes. Is that Jared Leto?
Yeah, and he says, and he tries to get the run to a point where it's a guts race. And a guts race just means, you know what, I'm just tougher than you.
Yes.
And, running kind of gets a bad rap as they're not tough, but, man, they're mentally and physically tough. And I just think, I've seen Mackay at the end of a couple of these races, and I think he loves it when it's a guts race because I feel like at the end he wants it to be painful.
Ooh, inside
and he just
handoff.
finishes people.
And the Bulldogs are going to pick up a first down here, but it looks like
we're up to 86 before the last Tinder Hot XYZ.
Ah, yes.
We survived another spam bot infusion.
And head coach Jeff Adams going to take a timeout here. He's got one left.
86.
28.2 seconds left here in the half.
Can we count the 40 people in the Dirty Dog? They're viewers.
The 40 people in the Dirty Dog. There's probably another handful down at the Beanery.
At the Beanery.
Oh,
shoot. Yeah,
we are all. It's all one thing now.
I mean, hit us up, the Beanery. Let's get you on a couple of ads here.
And then I know my brother in Post Falls. He's always watching.
Yeah, Uncle Pete's watching from Arlington, Washington. So we got people. We got people in Puyallup. We got people. Let us know where you're watching from.
I bet the Inland Lounge has it going.
Cass has got it fired up. And Adam Hopper, he's watching from.
He is either
Arizona,
Arizona,
Nevada,
Alaska.
Arizona. Yeah,
he's all over the place. He does a little bit of everything.
So hey, we're far and wide here, Wildcat fans.
We are we're killing it right now. And we love all the support. Wildcats killing it on the football field. Me and Simon killing it up in the booth. Ty killing it on the camera. Frolic learning some producer tricks. We've got a really good scorekeeper next door in Chris Johnson. Everything is rolling Kellogg's way tonight. Oh, play action. We've got a hold. We've got, I think.
Nice play.
I'm going to go on record to say Colby Luna just robbed Ramsey Rainey of an interception.
Probably.
Right there.
But, I mean, if you're going to have ball skills, you better have lots of guys with
I think Colby, his eyes got wide. He thought, dude, wouldn't a one-handed interception right here look really cool?
Ramsey was still kind of turning, so
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna Odell this defensively.
What do we got here? That was early flag, so it had to be a hold.
It's got to be a hold, so that means Grangeville is going to be backed up. That's all right. We'll take that. Negative yards for the Bulldogs. And these guys fighting like cats and dogs here tonight, Simon. I've been waiting all night to do it. All night to do it.
Be here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
I will.
Tip your waitress. And waiter.
It's nice. We are midway through October. We've got that October chill starting to set in, which is really one of those things. Inside handoff.
Nice little run.
Good run there.
Ty and I were talking about Snowball.
Snowball 2020.
Yeah.
I actually had a conversation earlier today. I told the story of how Wildcats Live kind of came to be.
Oh man.
With the radio kind of shutting down, and you and me trying to figure out how to come up with something, and then lo and behold, Rick Luna was thinking on the same wavelength we were thinking, and we just didn't quite know it yet. And the next thing you know, we've got this broadcast that we
somebody shook the snow globe, and all of a sudden
you gerrymandered all sorts of different stuff together to kind of make a broadcast work. And I would say even now, two years later, we are such a vastly improved stream from what we were 2 years ago, which was still pretty good.
We hope that it does keep improving. That is the goal.
But
sometimes
about 2 years, just 2 weeks from now, it'll be 2 years.
Whoa, watching from Kansas City?
Woo! Stacey Hoffman's in Kansas City at a boot show.
Wow.
And it's late there. She's in Central Time.
And that's 87. Let's go, Wildcat fans. We are.
Wildcats here, 16.3 seconds. It's a second and it's a fumble is what it is. Number 77. He does not strike me as the type who normally has the ball in his hands. That's Devin Morgan. He's an offensive line, defensive line guy. So I'm probably right. That's going to do it for the half. We're going to be back with the second half of play. But we're going to run through a whole grip of our sponsors here during this halftime. Thank you so much for watching Wildcats Live. We'll be right back.
NASCO is a loyal Wildcat activity supporter and Kellogg-based construction management company. Their primary focus is supporting our U.S. military's Department of Defense through the performance of multi-million-dollar federal construction contracts. NASCO has a long history in the Silver Valley where their home office has been based for more than 23 years. They have enjoyed continued growth and now have multiple satellite offices nationwide. To date, they've worked on over 50 military bases and performed more than 3,500 construction projects in 32 states across the U.S. NASCO is proud of their Silver Valley roots and is actively involved in local community events and activities. You can find them on the web at nascousa.com. Wildcats Live would like to thank NASCO for being the original gold level supporter and proud partner. Thank you, NASCO, and go Wildcats. Family owned and operated since 1948 and located in Smelterville, Idaho, Nickerson's Towing and Sales have been taking care of the Silver Valley and beyond for over 70 years. Chad and his crew provide 24/7 mobile services, towing and recovery, and also have a full shop facility available. Whether you need a tow, a jump start, a winch out, a tire change, or fuel delivery, Nickerson's can do it all. As Chad says, no matter how poorly you park it, we can help. Nickerson's also provides services such as secure storage, truck and trailer repair, brakes, transmissions, suspensions, and much more. Chad and family are devoted, longtime supporters of local youth athletics and activities, as well as all things Wildcats. Give them a call at 208-784-1238 or find them on Facebook at Nickerson Towing and Sales. Wildcats Live would like to thank Nickerson's Towing and Sales for all they have done and continue to do for the community, including their sponsorship of Wildcats Live. Go Cats! North America's premier silver mining and refining company and headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Sunshine Mining and Refining is a precious metals production, development, and exploration company primarily focused on silver. Their namesake project, the Sunshine Complex, is 100% owned by SSMRC and is North America's only vertically integrated silver complex. Located in the mining-friendly Coeur d'Alene Mining District in Idaho, the Sunshine Complex is composed of Sunshine Mine and Sunshine Refinery, located in the heart of the Silver Valley, Kellogg, Idaho. Sunshine Silver Mining and Refining support many local endeavors and are 2021-2022 Wildcats Live Gold level sponsors. Check out their website at sunshinesilvermining.com to learn more. Go Wildcats! From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live. Purple and gold through and through. Shoshone Glass has been serving the home and auto glass and glazing needs of the Silver Valley and North Idaho for more than 50 years. With 3 generations of family expertise and community loyalty, they have a well-earned reputation for hard work and excellence. No matter what your needs, you can rest easy knowing that your project will be handled quickly and professionally. From energy-efficient windows and sliding glass doors to bath enclosures and mirrors and a comprehensive auto glass service as well. Let the experts at Shoshone Glass take care of your home, auto, and business needs by calling 208-783-1159 or going to shoshoneglass.com. Go Wildcats!
ready. No, we're not. We're going to go.
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half underway. Ramsey Rainio returning a kick here, and he is going to get out to about the 39-yard line.
Ramsey rumbling.
He's already housed a couple this year. I was actually very much expecting that one to be the same. He had a lane if he could have probably thrown his defender out of bounds, but, you know, we ask a lot of these kids. So,
Josh, are we about? It was early in the season, right, when Ramsey hurt his knee last year. So we're a little bit a year past, and ACLs and MCLs, science is and medical is great, but what a great comeback story for Ramsey.
Absolutely,
he's worked hard.
He has worked very, very hard.
Played baseball in the spring.
Yes, and last year, you know, the Wildcats took a really, as Ripley finds Colby Luna here on what's going to be a 20-yard gain.
Nice yak there by Colby.
Wildcat secondary took up just a pummeling last year. We had Ramsey Rainio go down with a torn ACL, and then Tanner Grove, senior, ended up coming down with a case of like mono or something that basically shot his season for the end of the year. And Tanner had already had, I think, like 3 or 4 pick sixes.
He had a great last couple games. He did.
And so, you know, all of a sudden, the secondary for the Wildcats, and hit Jager right in the hands there. Just Wildcats had to readjust. And I will still go down and say, one, the Wildcats were victims to a really, really botched call in that game against South Fremont.
Mm-hmm. So Josh, this is just to connect there. We were watching that game from the volleyball state tournament at Lake City High School.
Yes, we were.
And I could not believe what my eyes saw.
It was a terrible call.
Goal line interception.
That got called a touchdown when it was very much short, as Jager Hall immediately makes up for that with a nice grab and a first down. But I honestly think you throw Tanner Groves and Ramsey Rainio into the mix in that game, and it's a different story. For sure. South Fremont is not able to go up over the top. They're not able to do a lot of the things. And, you know, that's a good South Fremont team. They are currently the number 2 team in the state right now. So it really is one of those things where the Wildcats were knocking on the door to beating an incredibly talented team. Dayton Bauer out of the backfield here, evades a tackle, picks up a first. He's going to get that and more, another 20-yard pickup. And right now the Wildcats are walking all over the Bulldogs. This is about as clean an opening drive as we have seen, minus the drop from Jager Hall on the first play, which now seems like a very distant memory.
Yeah, just a blip.
Wildcats 1st and 10 here from the 14, 13-yard line, maybe somewhere in between, probably like the Chicago of that area.
I would say the voice of the Wildcats, Steve Shepard, would say a long 13.
A long 13. Great block there, and that's a touchdown. And who on the grab do we have there? Ramsey Rainio.
All I know is it's in the Dirty Dog corner.
He started the drive with the great return. He finishes the drive with a great catch for 6. And the Wildcats took all of 1 minute and 16 seconds to put 6 more up on the scoreboard. It's a senior night to remember.
Nice job on the camera there, Ty.
And right now, our counter has to be somewhere in the realm of Ripley Luna has 5 touchdown passes. We have a pick 6.
3 to Brother, 1 to Varick. Was 1 to Varick?
I think he's got 2 to Colby.
Okay.
1 to Varick, 1 to Ramsey.
Okay.
Oh, and the 2-point conversion, diving grab. Oh, and they're going to call that incomplete.
We're going to go to replay. I don't know. We'll challenge that. Scramble back to the left. Those linemen got to be ready, don't they?
Oh, and Steve Shepard is in my inbox right now. A short 14.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I guess the wrong end.
You know what? We have the capability for 3 mics. I'm sure he's watched enough of these broadcasts with
told
you.
him it's time for him to get in here and do a game with us.
You and me and Uncle Pete.
Oh, we got laundry.
Oh, of course we do.
Panhandle Linen, shout us out.
That means, are we going to go for the 2-point conversion again, or is that assessed on the kickoff? I'm not sure what the penalty is, but
have to find out.
Right now it just feels excessive. I don't know. I don't love it. But if Steve Shepard wants to ever join us in the booth, I would not only welcome it, but I would mark it down on my calendar as a date to look forward to. Very few things.
Well, maybe we can get it going. I know he would love to come back into Andrew's gym up in the, although I'd like to add a couple more windows. We'll get to that later. But I know Mr. Shepard would love to return to Andrew's, and I mean, he would be great on the PA, but I would love to have him on the broadcast too. Maybe he can do a little bit of both.
Ooh, double dip.
Anyway, open invitation, Mr. Shepard.
Always. Anytime you want to climb back up here and once again reassume your mantle.
Hey, we've heard the argument, Mr. Shepard. We've seen the Facebook feed. We've seen, hey, shout out to Lauren Scrafford, class of 67, my dad's class. No windows. We'd freeze up there. We'd have heaters. Now there's windows. Guess what? We did. What have we done here, boys? We've taken our windows out.
Yeah, we took the windows out.
So, yeah,
we're willing to deal with the cold, to bring you a quality broadcast, so much better than the stupid white robot that's in my face right now.
That picks a lot. It's going to have to be moved, I'll tell you that.
Sucks a lot. I hate this stupid thing as the kick goes out of bounds. It's always in my line of sight down here on the west end.
Hey, you and Chris Johnson are like bookends right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to look down here to the
I'm
east
surprised
end.
he knew that was Ramsey Rainey who caught that touchdown.
Yeah, he had to probably have a spotter. And how about some shout-outs here? Juanita Hill watching from Kalispell, Montana. So now we're going east.
Shout out.
To Montana. And KOFE 1240 AM, I believe that's
St. Mary's. That's Tim Parrish, I believe.
Glad to have you guys watching, and I don't know, who does St. Mary's play tonight?
I believe they're playing Priest River.
Okay.
And St. Mary's last week beat these guys.
Yeah, they did.
In a game that really kind of put St. Mary's in the driver's seat to get that second seed into the state playoffs. They might not get a first-round bye, but they are definitely in position to get into the tournament as long as they handle business tonight against Priest River and next week against Orofino, which, let's be real, I think we can safely predict the outcome of the St. Mary's Orofino game. Not sure what the score is in the St. Mary's Priest River game, though. On the little misdirection there, looks like we're going to pick up about 2, a whole host of Wildcats on the tackle. And for those of you who don't know, so you have a parliament of owls, a murder of crows, an unkindness of ravens.
Oh boy, Josh!
A destruction of Wildcats is what it is called.
Oh,
isn't that dope?
A destruction.
A destruction.
Is that? Did you get that off Wikipedia?
That's a straight Google search.
Oh, okay. Well,
what do you call a group of Wildcats? A destruction.
A
destruction of Wildcats. And right now, Varick Meredith is absolutely embodying that.
He's a one-man destruction.
Right there. There he is again on a tackle. Stops the runner just short of the first down. Third and probably a long one for these Bulldogs. Wildcats just bringing the destruction here tonight, up 42-0. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock, and Grangeville ripping a page out of the St. Mary's playbook for the little scrum first down. And I can tell you right now, there are very few plays in football that I find just infuriating to watch, but these pile-pushing quarterback keepers are jarring.
Well,
it's like sucking on a
Josh,
warhead that never gets unsoured.
So you're a Notre Dame fan, and as well as I am, as well. Shout out to Uncle Pete.
Uncle Pete.
The Bush push will haunt me. That was on my birthday. That was USC at Notre Dame, Charlie Weiss, October 15th, and freaking Matt Leinart getting pushed into the end zone. And now it's legal. It's legal now.
Was it Matt Leinart or was it Lindell White?
It was Matt Leinart.
Oh, a little misdirection there. I thought we had a sack on that play. But quarterback there, that was Cody Clement was able to get that handoff completed. Not sure how as he was going down. A little wizardry there from the Bulldogs QB. No, that was a dark day for me. There have been very few moments in my sports fandom life that I have rued as much as that one. I will say I'm a Titans fan, so that Titans Rams Super Bowl, where Mike Jones got Kenny Dyson on the 1 yard line. Let's talk about a few years ago, another good handoff here. And Bulldogs are going to break free. Woo! For a 31-yard score, and it was just a missed assignment right there. Let's watch the replay.
Check it out. Captured by Ben Froelich.
Not so much a hole there, but just it looks like a miscommunication.
It got outside. That's a tough run.
That was a clean run.
Yeah, it was a good run.
There are very few runs from that distance that are that clean. But
that was Ben Froelich's first replay execution right there. We already have another young producer here on Wildcats Live staff, and he's a Kellogg Middle School student as well, so we're going to keep plugging him in.
And the younger brother of recent Kellogg grad Luke Froelich, who was a excellent football player last year for the Wildcats, played receiver and some defensive back, and then also a very valuable contributor to the basketball team and an all-league catcher on the baseball team.
Yeah,
so Ben Froelich comes from good stock in the purple and gold lineage. But that Titans-Rams Super Bowl, that one was a kind of a gut punch. We can talk about a few years ago, I believe the year was 2014, Simon. Notre Dame playing Florida State. And the pick play that wasn't, that erased a touchdown.
Yes. Was that Florida State or Clemson?
No, it was Florida State.
Okay.
It was Florida State. It was the last year of the Jameis Winston show, I believe.
Josh, I can tell you since 1987, but the Lou Holtz, that era lasted into the 90s, and there were some flubs there and everything else. But since the mid 90s, and that's when I started going down to Wazoo when I was after graduating from U of I, watching my cousin Tony the Toe play for the Mike Price Washington State Cougars.
Ooh.
I would watch the Notre Dame scores come up on the big Jumbotron, and my heart would be crushed over and over and over. It just hasn't been the same since Lou Holtz.
Squib kick here fielded by Ramsey Rainio. Oh, he's got a lot of room. Oh, boy. Gosh. Oh, we've got a flag. Shocker. This one's probably coming back. Jaden Bauer is trying to plead his case.
We'll take a look at the replay.
And now Jude Erlinson is almost going out of his way to dap up his opponents after every play. Don't want any more unsportsmanlike conducts.
I didn't see any.
We're getting a hold,
a hold
here, and I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of laundry that seems superfluous.
I think that once
you start beating a team 22-0, the flags are like, all right, guys, we're going to demand a very, very, very clean ball game from you. And the other team, maybe they're not committing as many, but I don't know. I don't love what I'm seeing here. These guys don't get paid by the call either, so every time they throw a flag, they just know they're prolonging their night. So I guess if they're willing to call it, I should be willing to accept it. But back to the pick play that wasn't. There were very few times in my family's life where we were watching something together, and then when it was over, there wasn't some sort of recognition of what happened. In fact, I believe the way that night ended as Ripley Luna keeps the ball for a 5-yard gain was myself, my father, my brothers, we all stood up. We silently shook hands. They walked out the front door of my house in Coeur d'Alene. I lucked out, got in my car, went and picked up hot chocolate, and went and walked on the boardwalk around Coeur d'Alene Lake. I was so distraught at what had happened
Josh,
there.
I've had those coping moments with Notre Dame for sure, where I've got more housework done on a Saturday after a tough Notre Dame loss, just working out my frustrations, than I care to share.
Oh, it was brutal, and it was such a great game all the way to the final play when Notre Dame clearly won as Jace Garcia makes a big grab here, and then it was just gone, and it was just gone like it didn't happen. And I believe Florida State went on to appear in the college football playoff that year, where I believe they got waxed by the Oregon Ducks. So thanks to Oregon for doing our light work there. But my goodness, right now, although I don't have those feelings because I'm watching our Kellogg Wildcats absolutely beat the brakes off of these Grangeville Bulldogs.
42-6, and we got 6. This quarter is moving quickly.
You know what, though?
Lots of completed passes and lots of runs.
Grangeville has officially scored the same amount of points as ours it took them to get here, Simon.
Oh, well, Josh, only Max Preps was listening to you right now because you may there's a little shuffle underneath to Colby.
Colby's going to stiff arm. He's going to tightrope walk the end line here. He's still makes a man miss, and he's going to pick up another 10 more. That was some tricky footwork right there.
I mean, I'm going to divert to the laundry.
No.
Fortunately, Ben got the replay here at the very end. 12 seconds, not long enough for these Wildcats. But, this is going to be all for naught, apparently. What a great display of athleticism there by Colby Luna on senior night. And it's going to come back because of...
and the Wildcat crowd is now we are getting actual boos of the officials. Usually you get one or two saucy parents who want to let them know. Right now the Wildcat faithful are just being the boo bros here for these officials. Woo! And that's going to knock the Wildcats back a grip, man. My goodness. We're looking at first and a mile here from the 25-yard line.
Just more yards to gain, Josh. I mean, we are now in. There's. I think you called it a canvas of which to paint.
Yes, Ripley Luna gets to do his best Da Vinci impression
first
here.
And
it's
25.
Just more yards for the man to pick up. And when you know it, he hits Dayton Bauer. Dayton Bauer is going to get about 10 here.
You know what? That is as shifty as I've seen. Dayton Bauer starting to, because he's getting some reps, he's starting to become a powerful and shifty runner. He's seeking the contact and using it to his advantage.
And right now, Varick Meredith and, we've got another flag on the play.
You don't say.
Yup.
The Bluebirds are out.
Boo! I'll put my mic. Boo! Who is that booing right now? What is?
We got some chat too. We gotta go to the chat.
Bob Euchre on Major League when he's like, and the Tribe faithful are here. And come on, yeah.
We have got Valley Boys 69, a great handle. Josh, you are the freaking GOAT. So, Josh, you'll love that shout-out.
I really do. I really appreciate it.
And they're watching from Big Mac, Wyoming. I don't know if that's code for something.
Not sure where Big Mac, Wyoming is, but Josh being the GOAT from Big Mac, Wyoming.
You sold Josh. And then KOFE played Priest River last night. Won 49.
Oh, yeah, make a miss. Ripley Luna gives you some yards, kid. Look, another flag. It's insanity. And Ripley Luna's going to be coming back. Holding penalty here.
Look at the Wildcats are just in disbelief.
Dan Davidian looks like he might turn into the Incredible Hulk here. And I don't say that because he's muscular. I think that's because of all of the rage.
And he's not non-muscular, just to clarify for those listening.
And it's
go for the replay there.
Here we go again. Sorry. We're having a good time up here at Wildcats Live. This is obnoxious, these flags, and we've got Varick Meredith hitting the gritty right here, and now the official is taunting him. We've got the official actively going at a player now. This is not professionalism.
Wait.
And Dan Davidian is now. We're going to see another flag, I'm sure of it.
Well, not yet. He's keeping it in the pocket. This is something I have not seen.
I've never seen a team winning 42-6 be getting hammered here. This sideline official is just antagonizing is really what it feels like.
Ripley Luna does not care. Here we go.
Ripley Luna, he's going to fire a dart. He's going to overthrow Colby by maybe a yard there. And is that going to bring up third down?
Yeah, all that for just a third down. And the only positive on that play, which was an incompletion.
I'm waiting for another flag, Simon.
I mean, it's positive if you're Grangeville that it's an incompletion, but there's no flag.
Right now, I believe the officials have been the best offense Grangeville has had all night, Simon.
Well, this has definitely
just a
felt,
joke. That 41-yard run was pretty sweet.
This has felt as though, it's definitely been interesting.
And I'm watching the coaches down here on the sideline. Corey North is now trying to be the buffer between Coach Davidian and the sideline official here.
Corey North is the conciliary of Coach Davidian. Right now.
And Corey is he's a competitor himself. Over the middle.
There's
that drag. Colby's going to get it. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to get to the 45.
He's got a first down.
Woo! And I don't know how they can spot this ball here. It looks like we've got a good spot here.
We're going to get a spot here on Ty's camera work.
First down.
Already got it called a first down. Here he is.
I've never seen more plays just to get to a spot that we've already gotten to like 8 times over.
Yeah, feels like 7 steps back.
And Colby, don't forget, Colby Luna at one point shook the entire Grangeville team on the way inside the 20-yard line, and then we ended up landing with a crazy penalty that took us back 60 yards. We gained 30, came back 10. And I'm not an algebra teacher, but
Josh,
solving for X is not my style. All I know is Ripley Luna gained like 100 yards in 8 plays, and basically none of them counted. And now we're getting fourth. They're not spotting us a first down. They're saying Luna stepped out.
Stepped out. It was probably a good spot.
I saw Ripley. Oh, we got to delay a game here. We've got to delay a game.
Let's hit that replay one more time. Let's go look at that
I want to watch the
full screen. Here we go. Let's watch the spot here while we are marching the Wildcats back again.
Okay, so there's the catch. Here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. He's going to turn the corner.
Does he step out
He doesn't step. Oh.
Maybe there, but he reaches.
He
I don't
reaches.
know. That's.
Boo.
4th and 8 now for the Wildcats.
4th and 8. I want to see Ripley score a touchdown.
It's a great math lesson in number lines.
All right, we got a good block there by Coulter Wood. A dart to Varick. Oh,
and
that's cool. Oh, it's got to be a flag. If that's not defensive holding, I don't know what is. Coulter Wood had a great block. I'm sure it's coming back. They're going to flag him for a hold there. And let's hear the crowd. A symphony. It's a symphony of boos. We've got an ineligible man downfield, it looks like. And there it is.
This is something.
The field mic is the real
Josh,
MVP tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Snow Bowl 2020 was kind of a phenomenon.
But Flag Bowl 2020.
Flag Bowl is giving it a run right now.
I think the referees thought they were playing capture the flag when they came in.
It is.
And not a single one of them is just willing to hold on to it.
It is something right now. That is for sure.
And it's now 4th and 12. Wildcats are not going to punt the ball. I think Coach Davidian is now at this point where it's like a pride point. If we don't pick up the first down here, it's 4th and 14.
What other play do you want to see?
Shucks. What's the worst that can happen? Ripley
punt?
Luna going to get out. He rolls out, rolls the other way, picks up another block.
He's got
some space. He's going to turn. He's going to get the first, and he's going to get a couple more. And no flag on the play I can see.
There are no flags, ladies and gentlemen.
And
the crowd is feeling it right now.
And the crowd goes wild. They are just cheering for the lack of flags. It's not even the first down anymore. It's just the lack of flags on the play.
Oh my goodness. That just feels like, I don't even know if that's a fun roller coaster, but we just went on a roller coaster.
We went on a ride.
I don't know what kind it was.
You know, though, Ripley Luna.
Like Scarywood.
We've never referred to him as this, but Ripley Luna is absolutely the maestro.
He's unflappable right now.
Yeah. Oh, you done it now. Varric Meredith in space.
Be ready, Ben.
Yeah, he's like.
I'd say right now.
All right, he's gonna finally go out of bounds, but that's the 2A Idaho equivalent of trying to tackle Derrick Henry in the open field.
Yeah.
This is a tank of a human being.
Ben Froelich doing a bang-up job right now on the replay.
Bang, bang, Ben out here just dominating the replay right out of the gate. Tai Chi on the camera.
He watched me not screw it up enough times that he can replicate it. Now, if that would have been me 3 weeks ago, it would not have been a good example for him to follow.
The replay game 3 weeks ago wasn't entirely your fault.
Wasn't there.
Every play was also
learning.
like 37 seconds long.
There we go.
Ripley Luna, shotgun, kind of a high snap. He's going to find, oh my goodness, a mossing. And then Colby's going to walk in and flip the ball up. And I'm surprised we haven't seen a flag for taunting there.
Here we go, replay.
But making it look easy. At this point, it's just something to prove. That is going to be the hardest touchdown the Wildcats score all year. That had to be in the 20s of plays.
Josh, I have to give Colby the brunt of the props there because that one got flown up there a little high, and he's like, I mean, granted, he put it up there where nobody else could, but his brother could get it, but that was a dangerous pass.
And floated up, and there's Varric on the 2-point conversion. He's going to hold that one, toss it to the ref. This is now feeling like a statement.
Josh, this is not Wildcats disrespecting Grangeville. They have a great program and history.
Yeah.
This is the Wildcats saying, Max Preps.
Yeah.
Here we are.
A year ago, this team from Grangeville had the Wildcats dead to rights heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then once again, it was a masterclass performance from our talented roster of players who clawed their way back in and won that game. Now, it's personal because this game actually matters. There's 2 losses that they've had back-to-back. They're not comfortable with that. They didn't play well. This is a league game.
Colby's out there with his helmet off. I don't know if that's just a little bit of a flex right there. Like, hey.
This is that's actually a traditional Colby Luna move right there, where he walks to the kickoff tee with no helmet on.
Okay.
Because until the play starts, he's allowed to have it off.
Exactly, he is.
So I love the move. And
it's a very savvy move by a football.
And let's be honest, if you're a good-looking kid like Colby, you want everybody to know, like, dude, this face is the one that's killing you right now.
Okay, I mean, like, that's, yeah.
Just let him know. He knows.
I mean, that's knowledgeable, and it's allowed.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm Colby Luna.
That's a flex.
I'm probably a top 10 receiver in at least the state, probably close to the country.
I'm going to kick this off just because we got nobody else to do it.
Right. Oh, and I'm going to squib it. It's not going to go 10 yards.
We'll give you the ball at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, you can have the ball at the 47 if you want, and that doesn't matter. We're going to take it away.
And by the way, no disrespect here. These Grangeville Bulldogs fighting hard. Getting quite a bit of penalty advantage, I would say.
They are. It doesn't matter who the Wildcats played tonight. If it was Grangeville, if it was.
Yeah, they're kind of feeling the brunt, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Wildcats just kind of waiting to break out.
You know, St. Mary's played the Wildcats pretty tough for 24 minutes, and then Ripley Luna kind of came out and went into human torch mode, and they got to find out just how real Ripley Luna is. It didn't matter if it was any of the other teams in the CIL tonight. Whoever was going to face the Wildcats was going to get the brunt of about 2 weeks' worth of frustration. And
but the Wildcats out of conference schedule, Josh, it's just natural because they played some pretty tough teams.
Yeah, and hats off. Oh, another inside handoff here. And
run.
This is, again, the blueprint to beat the Wildcats is have a successful ground game. The Wildcats right now really probably want to do themselves a favor and keep this one out of the end zone for the next minute 40 because that'll get them that running clock in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But when you look at everything that's kind of transpired, and I will be the first one to say, that Moscow game, I don't think anyone expected a 50-12 romping.
Yeah, that was a coming out party for
and
the
then
Wildcats.
a 50-0 just beat down of Newport.
Yeah.
So right there, you've outscored your opposition 100-12.
Yeah,
and
still gone down in the max press.
Right,
ranking.
you still managed to lose ground.
Yeah,
despite
that's
playing
a nice pitch and catch right there.
And probably the first time we've seen a completed pass, I believe,
Nice
from
grab there, number
Cody
4.
Clement.
Yeah, nice grab.
Hit Jaden Lagaretta.
We got a replay on that. You captured it, right? So let's go. No?
And we are, so I've got word on the street. Last night, St. Mary's played Priest River,
Yes.
beat them 49-0. So right now, if St. Mary's handles their business next week at Orofino, Wildcats handle their business against Priest River. Wildcats and St. Mary's are going to be the central.
It's two formidable teams from the north.
Uh-oh,
I like
reverse, and Varick Meredith is there on the tackle with Tanner Lee. And
Varick really putting in some work tonight. And Varick, Josh.
He's the emotional leader.
And he's emotional, but he's a battering ram, too, that physically takes its toll.
Yeah.
And you can see him towards the end of the game. He doesn't let anything, he doesn't save it. It's full gas, full throttle every play.
Oh, the clock froze for a second, but that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. Wildcats again score across the 50-point threshold here, 50-6 against Grangeville. We'll stay with you here. We ran through, I'm pretty sure, our entire clutch of sponsors during that long halftime.
Well, we have, and we'll mention them again, though. Masco, Shoshone Glass, Allen Electric, Sunshine Mining, Nickerson Towing,
yes,
Kellogg Lumber. Man, there's just...
We
were just talking to somebody about how it's such a great thing. There are places in bigger metro areas that don't have a live stream like this. And we're staring at this Pix a lot, and there's a lot of things about making it automated. We think our inspiration has always been K-Wall Radio, George White, Paul Robinson. They blazed such a trail, and hey, we have our colleagues from St. Mary's, KOFE.
Yeah.
They've been doing it. Boundary County Live. It's not easy to sustain and bring this product, whether it be AM radio or live streaming. It's not easy. And Jared Young, Wallace.
Yes,
we're
Channel
just
3.
Proud to be. I think North Idaho really is pretty chock full of some great content creators, and in the era of just put a robot up and let it go, we're still here.
I don't know if you can hear the pep band, but I'm hyped right now.
Pep band.
You can hear that drum just thumping down there.
We got the field mic down there, just hanging down here from the
just giving us that crowd sound that you all love.
It's not super high tech. It's just hanging by itself. By a nail.
Hanging by a cord.
Probably hammered by Mike Lawley, Kellogg School District Maintenance Mastermind.
And we just absolutely love doing what we do. We love bringing the games to you. We love being Wildcats live so that we're able to, fawn over the school that, Simon is. Okay. And we've got an injured Wildcat down, but that was a heck of a run there. We got a replay on that. Let's take a look.
Yeah, of course we do.
Let's watch this replay here. And I can't see what happened.
It looks like collateral damage, maybe. Two Wildcats.
If Varick got a cramp or if he's running
off, so that's a good
sign. He is
sign.
prone to some cramping. And,
Josh, let's go back to this.
Did we get a touchdown here, or are we waiting for a signal? I'm waiting for a signel here from the Wildcats.
This is a PAT, isn't it? It's on the 3. But Josh, Varick, when you sell out every single play and you just expend all your energy, you're going to get some cramping.
So 2-point conversion here.
I think so. The score hasn't changed.
And a little dump out pass tipped away. That's Colby Luna. So the score stands 50-12.
Score's changed.
Running clock is in effect. So
that PAT brought to you by the Dirty Dog Corner.
Short night here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and I'm wondering if Varick is prone to cramping.
You know what? I love that these seniors, they've got stats to put up. They've got, careers to end here at Teeters, but get some of these guys off the field and put some of these young players in.
Yeah, let them sit down and maybe watch a little bit.
Yeah, these young players have put in some serious time up Jacobs Gulch behind Kellogg High School.
Which would be a pretty dang good venue in and of itself.
Oh,
if there were
gosh,
bleachers
that would
up
be
there,
a great field up there.
you
Yeah,
know,
that'd be
if we
pretty
were watching
intimidating.
football from the canyon of Jacobs Gulch,
Yeah, I've always thought that.
you know,
Get some bleachers and some parking maybe.
there is
but-
something to be said about that field up there. That's a special place.
I used to play a lot of soccer up there.
And there's a lot of guts have been left up on that field.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys have really showed it. I mean, as of right now, we're looking at it was a 42-6 beatdown by the JV. We're at 92-18 in terms of total scoring.
How about a shout out to those JV Wildcats, and they're getting their game canceled next week.
Oh, they are.
So they've kind of had a couple games not being able to be played because, and it's a good thing, Wildcats have a deep enough roster to have that JV program, but in the 2A, a lot of these JV programs just not able to be sustained.
I did not know that.
Yep, that just came down today.
Oh, news off the wire. Ramsey Rainio on the return here is going to get it out to about the 34-yard line.
Number 55,
So now I love watching Ripley and Colby break records. I would love to see. I think I would really love to see a little Reed Wildcat here.
I would love for Colby and Ripley to watch from the sidelines and cheer on their younger teammates. Josh, let's get the roster out. Let's start to highlight some of these young, up and coming Wildcats. As Varick is just, he had to be brought off by a hand truck.
I think we are looking at, next year we got Reed Wildcat.
Is Reed is under center right now, or in the shotgun? Nope, it's Ripley.
No, it's Ripley.
Yeah, still got some of the
inside
starters out there.
handoff. Oh, nope, fake handoff. Play action. Ramsey Rainio on the grab. So you've got juniors, Reed Wildcat, Jaeger Hall, Ramsey Rainio. Andrew Lewis is a freshman who's been dressing down and is part of the quarterback room.
Played a great game before.
Yes, you got junior Coulter Wood, another freshman Christian Lopez, a junior Jaden Bauer, James Mariko is a sophomore, Wyatt Story is a sophomore.
Wyatt Story, Coulter Wood, love hearing some of these wrestlers.
Blake Coburn is a junior wide receiver.
Shout out KHS Golf.
Who doesn't get a ton of love in the wide receiver slot because, quite simply, Kellogg has the deepest receiver room in probably North Idaho.
Yeah.
And he would be, Colby Luna just barely overthrown. And
hey, Blake Coburn, that's a hard-working kid, too.
Oh, love the kid. Love the kid to death. Next year, I really feel like we're going to see a huge leap for him.
Golf,
sophomore Coleman Blaylock. Junior Riley Coletti, who got ejected from the game earlier for simply not backing down.
Yeah, be feisty.
And given the nature of the game that we've seen so far, I'm going to go as far as to say that flag probably did not warrant what the result was, but we are a little flag happy tonight. We've got a sophomore, our offensive and defensive line, Ethan Spencer, as Dayton Bauer is going to pick up some yards here.
You know what?
Coulter Wood. I'm sorry. That's Coulter on the carry.
Coulter Wood. I love that we're seeing some of those running backs out of the flat.
We've got Ethan Spencer, Chris Head, a junior.
That was Reed, Josh.
Brady Vergobi is another sophomore. Jack Fields, a junior. Alex Jones is a sophomore. Tom O'Neill is a sophomore. Shane Stancic is a junior. Ricky Harrelson is a sophomore. So we've got
group coming up.
Just
who's at quarterback, Josh?
Oh, Burrito.
It's Rito.
Firing one off to Jaeger Hall.
Not a hesitation.
Yeah, he knows what to do. Rito's first drive as a varsity quarterback came his freshman year in Priest River, opening weekend, and he went 80-plus yards for a touchdown.
Well, he can sling it.
I don't care who you are or what you're doing. If your freshman quarterback takes you 80 yards against any opponent and passes for a touchdown, you got a good one.
Yeah, you do. And Reed's a baller, and he's also a basketball player.
I love Reed.
A baller, hence the name
He's
baller.
a great baseball player, too.
He's a good baseball player. He's a good golfer, too, by the way. I tried to get Dad to
and Rito got him.
Aaron Rodgers did him right there.
Just got him. That's going to move the sticks here for the Wildcats. I think the Wildcats may be done. Oh, we've got Coach Mike Martin in the booth.
We have Coach Mike Martin right here, and since I don't have... No.
Oh, I think we should throw him on a headset.
We're bringing him in. Here we go.
Gosh, I haven't seen Mike in a while. It's actually a little bit of catching up here. Coach Mike, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's a great day to be Wildcat.
Isn't that the truth? What have you liked about the performance tonight from your senior players?
It's looked good. They've moved the ball relatively easy tonight. Came up with some pretty key defensive stops when they needed to. Might be a little different game if Kobe didn't come up with that interception in the first quarter.
That's probably very accurate. What was your take on that sequence of flags that we saw? Simon and I kind of let our frustrations fly on that.
Oh, yeah.
There were some things that we saw that we didn't love. We have replays, so we were able to watch most of it back, and like there were a few things that we were like, what is happening here? What did you think about that?
Well, I was over talking to Coach Tefto, kind of in the opposite corner, so I didn't see all of it. But the one that really got the Boo Birds going looked like a pretty good illegal blindside block by Jesse Lenzo.
Okay, all right. So he's an official, so he's absolutely qualified to make this determination. I'm not a football official, and this is Wildcats Live, so I pretty much criticize everything that's not pro Wildcats. What do you love about seeing Reed out right now?
Well, it's good for him to get some reps because I'd imagine if everything goes according to plan next year, this would be his offense to run the show with. So anytime you can get one of your younger guys in with some serious reps at the varsity level, it's definitely going to pay dividends for him next year.
We're like T-minus a month from basketball season, which is where you really start to put in some work. What are you looking forward to for the Wildcat basketball season?
I'm just excited to get it going.
My goodness, me too.
We should have a couple new faces on the team after losing KJ and Tanner and Luke and Ben. But, you know, I think I got them all, right? I'm not leaving anybody off.
Tanner. Did you say Tanner?
I think so. I did say Tanner twice. Tanner, KJ, Luke, and Ben.
Yep, there you go. You're good.
So a lot of minutes up for grabs, so I'm kind of excited to see who grabs that opportunity by the reins.
Yeah? We've got some good ones.
Yeah, but first open gym this Sunday.
Yep.
So it's go time.
I was at volleyball last night, and I had a whole bunch of basketball players say, we can come to open gym, right? I'm like, yeah, you can come to open gym. Well, what can we do? That's not up to me. That's up to Coach Mike. Funny little tidbit here. If you look to your right, Mike, you will see Ben Froelich. The younger brother of Luke Froelich.
He's got a much better haircut.
He is doing some production for us here tonight. First time capturing some of those sweet replays that all of you guys have seen on Wildcats Live. I'm just excited. This was absolutely the beatdown I think it needed to be. I think the Wildcats need to get their heads right. Last week was painful.
Yeah.
And I think it was painful all around. I think anyone who goes back and watches that game will see the Wildcats drove inside their own 5-yard line, or the Badger 5-yard line, and then just could not punch it in, and the rest of the game pretty much followed suit. So tough outing there for the Wildcats. They're back on track. Simon and I have already ranted and raved about our disdain for Max Preps rankings. I know you're not necessarily a huge lover of them either. And Steve Shepard, and I don't know if you're familiar with Mr. Shepard. He was our old PA announcer. I'm sure you remember from your reffing days. He kind of called him out for being biased against North Idaho teams because we don't get any credit for any of our out-of-state games or any of our games played against some of our more local competition. And right now the Wildcats have basically been frozen at number 9 for the football rankings since the beginning of the season. No up, no down, really no movement, and there's a good chance that they could finish the season with a 6-3 record and have to go on the road to play a Declo team that could end the season 3-5. Brutal, right?
Yeah.
So
that's and I still haven't quite figured out how those rankings work and what all factors into it, but it's kind of one of those things that you just got to deal with it. That's what we've got. And so realistically, if you're going to be the better team, whether you got to do it at home or on the road, you got to go get it done.
Do you prefer that over the former way where they would pre-seed the tournament brackets? Do you like that more?
I think that there's positives to both sides. There were definitely some times where the pre-seeding led to the two best teams in the state playing each other in the first round, unfortunately. But kind of like how getting frozen at 9 can be a downside of using the third-party ranking system. The downside of pre-seeding is you run into that. But if you want to be taking home that banner at the end of the year,
Oh, no, it hit him right in the hands. That was a great look, great throw, great everything there. That was a kind of a mix-up there from Clement to LaGrada. And right now, I don't know you're going to get an easier one than that one. Wide open. You could have walked in. Colby Luna a couple times. And the running clock rule in the fourth quarter means we're under 30 seconds. It's 50-12. You can hear the Wildcat faithful start to get excited. Looking down at the bench, you see Varick Meredith down there dapping up all of his teammates. It's just a great thing to see. Wildcats are going to hold on for a very, very much needed win. All it takes now is the Wildcats to go on the road next week, handle business against Priest River. St. Mary's handles business against Orofino. And those are going to be your two teams from North Idaho making it to the playoffs. We're really happy to have Coach Mike come up into the booth. Thank you so much for coming up and seeing us.
Thanks for having me. I'll give the headset back to Simon for the send-off if he's still here.
I don't know where Simon went.
Turn it back over to you, but I want to get down there for the alma mater. So.
You get down there, get your finger up, man.
All right.
See you,
later.
Coach. Love that alma mater, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just so happy. Wildcats with such a big win here. Everything about this felt good tonight. Proud to be a Wildcat. I don't know if Simon's still here. Can't see him. He might be hanging out in one of the other booths. He might have gone to the Dirty Dog. I don't know. But I'm happy. I love what I saw. Wildcats coming up clutch here. 50-12. You asked, they responded. It's game time. We're a week away from winning our first Central Idaho League championship. I couldn't be more proud of this team. We couldn't be more proud of this group of seniors. I am so excited for everything we have going. Now, for the Wildcats live schedule moving forward. Barring any sort of home playoff game for the Wildcats, this will be our last Wildcats live broadcast of the fall slate. Should the Wildcats host a playoff game, we will bring that playoff game to you live. Girls District Volleyball picks up on Monday down at Genesee High School. That game will be streamed live on NFHS. So now it's a waiting game. But if you don't hear from us again, you will hear in the winter when basketball kicks off for both boys and girls. Word on the street is we're going to try to get some wrestling going.
Yeah, we're trying to find a wrestling commentator.
Okay.
Hit us up, James Bush.
James
Shout
Bush.
shout
We
out
were
to
just
Tim
looking at the Tim Bush
Me too.
scoreboard all night.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, shout if James Bush wants to get on. I believe he helps with some of the coaching. Travis Birdie, Corey Birdie, any of you guys that are...
Boundary County Live has the best wrestling commentating I've ever heard.
Yeah?
And it's just so good. We need to counter that with
Some great
a
Wildcats
wrestler
live.
from the Wildcats that can tell us what the wrestlers are doing. And
I
do
tell you
some
what,
equipment.
Tim Bush would be really proud of a certain nephew he has named Coulter Wood.
Yes, he would.
Who I really think is going to be the front runner this year. He's probably going to be the high point getter.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him at the top of the podium at the end of this year down at the state tournament.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
if you want to do some wrestling broadcasting, get a hold of Simon. Basketball is about to come up, so I'm going to be a little tied up. So you're going to get Simon.
Shout out to Coach Bogey. He'll come up and help
Coach
out.
Bogey, I think last time you had some help from Ken.
Yeah, Ken, he's in Helena now, so he's going to have a little bit more of a trek.
A little
but
bit of a
we'll
trek.
Get there from there. And
But I'm sure there'll be plenty of people to help with boys and girls basketball. So like I said, if we don't have a home football game, this will be the last time you hear from us in the fall. It's been a pleasure coming to you every Friday night. It's been a pleasure coming to you during the volleyball season. For Simon Miller, I am Josh McDonald. Thank you guys so much, and we will talk to you later.